Because you don't see no other ethnicities posting it to that extent.
I would
I
say
have to.
I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree with you. It's all about your algorithm. Because me and my wife, we watched a lot of older couples talk about relationship stuff, how to get through this, how to get through that. Me and my wife, we watch stuff like good meals to cook, how to do this, how to fix that, how to fix this. So it's all about what you intake and what you output, or anything in life. It's all about you and what you want to see and what you want to hear.
I think if we looked at the analytics of the positive things we looked at and the negative things we looked at, it'll be a higher rate on the negative. Like, I'm not saying we don't look at good stuff. We do. Like, a lot of times, like you just said, you and your wife. Shoot, even me, I look at random stuff, people dissecting, breaking apart guns, all type of stuff, right? But it's videos circulating of people getting shot and music videos. Like, when we think about social media, we gotta think of like broad, like not just the regular Facebook, Twitter. We gotta think about YouTube too. All that's still social media. So I agree that social media is affecting the black community in a drastic way.
I just say I don't disagree. I agree, but I say it's affecting all communities, specifically our youth, all youth, not just black.
So
Hey,
where do you see
my
that
fault.
a problem in other communities
I didn't hear you.
besides at this time?
What you say, Kareem?
You said it affects all communities, correct?
Correct.
So in the China community or the white community or the Indian community, it's the same stuff they're seeing, but it's not implemented in their community as much as in ours.
Yo,
I'm still waiting to find out.
China and other countries outside of America has their own issues, bro. Social media, in fact, impacts their culture too, as far as like COVID and all that. But you wouldn't even know it derived where it came or originated in China if it wasn't for social media. Social media is a way to spread information, bro. But especially in regards to like the black community, it's a way for us to organize like our movements and shit. Now that we can see that like some of us are getting, like high profile police brutality cases. We wouldn't be able to see that and see how shit playing out across the country if it wasn't for social media. Now our news, social media is pretty much our news now. We don't watch Fox News, CNN, because that's all bullshit. Like we get news straight from the source when it's happening. Somebody got a cell phone out and they showing us. So social media is really a tool that we can use to actually organize and like stay codified in a way, but in a negative way, like these gossip sites and shit like that, they play on a lot of stereotypical shit within our community, and that shit is detrimental to our progress because we a lot of them people that started them companies aren't from America at all. Like they just come here and profit off of the negative shit in our culture, and we allow it. So it's all about celebrity gossip, rumors, beef, and all that dumb shit. But on the positive side, like social media actually helps us. You know what I'm saying? Like it actually gives us a way to stay connected in regards to, you know, seeing what's going on around the world, especially getting our news from people instead of like, the fake ass media. So it's good. It's good with the bad, bro.
Right, right. I feel like social media definitely has a double-edged sword with it, just like you said, because before Twitter, we wasn't getting news at the same speed that we get it now, and we may have got it through a filtered source. They would have put the spin on it. So we seeing a lot of things firsthand, but also the double-edged sword to that is that we've seen more people lose their life on camera than we ever have. Think of all these rappers, Takeoff, PNB Rock, Extentation, all these rappers, we seen their last seconds of them breathing on social media. And it's just not stopping. That's the double-edged sword of it. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact. But in regards to like white people, it pretty much airs out like the way they feel, the way they think, people from other cultures, and the way they view Black Americans or Black people in general. Like it put them on in the spotlight, you know, and a lot of them be running from the spotlight. But you know, as far as like Black people in America, like we have a cultural influence. We can see how like Kyrie Irving and Kanye West got, you know, blackballed or like got targeted financially just because, you know, they understand that people from our culture, we have an influence globally. So they really don't want people, Black people with large platforms, especially on any of these major social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, uh, Instagram, all that shit, Twitch. Like they just tried to like the largest Twitch streamers, what that little black dude, they tried to ban him for like sleeping on camera or some shit. Like they always target us due to the fact that we have an influence and we can pretty much galvanize a lot of people, bro. So social media is a good, effective tool for us to actually, you know, put ourselves in a good position financially, and you know, gain some influence and you know, do what we do. But yeah, like on the flip side, that shit it could backfire and you can niggas can see you die on camera, but that's only if you involve yourself in some dumb shit like that. Like I can't get into the little hood politics and shit. That shit got old for me, bro. Like we in a new day and age, and niggas gotta wisen up because we really, we really behind enemy lines, truthfully, because they targeting us in every way. Like especially like this app too, Clubhouse. Like they probably record all the conversations and all that shit here. We don't even know, but it is what it is. It's good and it's bad, but them gossip sites, bro, them the worst right there. Like Shade Room, that shit keep up so much bullshit. Like we seen the shit with Jay Prince and Offset. That shit can get deadly. And these motherfuckers on Shade Room, these old bitches, these ugly ass old bitches and lame ass dudes, whoever the fuck be posting that shit. They just post it and instigate the beef and bring it to the attention of like the masses and make it more, you know, make it more you know, prominent, like more than what it is. Like now them niggas feel like they gotta talk about it and they gotta do interviews and that shit can get deadly. Like them pages like Shade Room, bro, that shit is trash, bro. Like they really try to get niggas killed, bro. They really do. Like on some slick shit. Like they really do. They instigate a lot of that bullshit.
Definitely a lot of trauma because of social media, because all the videos that people getting killed.
So what you think about them pushing that negativity to the front of the algorithm and all the helpful, educational, and uplifting stuff gets shadow
That's a fact, bro. If I put up something positive, it may move a little bit slower. If I put up some fighting or some crazy wild shit, that shit shoots through the algorithm.
Even worse, like you post some shit about some actual factual history, they gonna ban that shit.
Yeah. So where can we even get the truth? If we look into social media for a source of the truth, they mixing that truth now.
I want to play devil advocate for a second, man. What about the good things social media do for the black community, man?
It's a lot. It's a lot. I think about like, even if you go back to Eric Garner, the video of him when the dude he got killed through the chokehold. Yeah, it was a negative thing that happened, but that video that came out, it helped his case. You feel me? Like, so there's a lot of good things too. You feel me? Like people start their brands, they can pop off in social media. I just feel like us having that camera gives us a little bit of power. You just got to use it to the wisest.
Yeah, that's a fact. We can use social media to pretty much boost our brands and shit. Like dude from, I think he from Jersey. He got that clothing line. It's called Kai, bro. He made a lot of like, you know, remixes of like Jordan retros, and now Nike trying to come after him for his shoes and shit. But that nigga shit, like his colorways and shit in his shoes and his retros, that shit dope. Like I was on his page having a conversation and shit. Like that shit, like that nigga just came from Jersey, bro, and he just came up, and now he a problem to Nike because his brand is more, truthfully, it's more about our culture than Nike is. They just getting their shoes and just selling them off of Jordan's, his name and shit. But his we can come up off social media too if we got businesses and all that shit, like our brands and all that.
I could say I could definitely thank YouTube. I learned a lot on YouTube. Call that YouTube University. Like learned about Logic, music production, all type of stuff, graphic design. I learned a lot. I was able to make money with my talent.
It's another face. Social media is another way to stay connected with family members too. That stay, long distance. You know what I mean? I really see them in person, but you know, good way to stay connected.
It's the
The ideal
quickest.
is the ideal is it good? Is it helping more positive than good or more negative than good? How
It's
it's
the
really
quickest way to
reflecting
spread
how
negative
how
thoughts and behavior.
how it's really affecting our community in both ways. What's positive about it and what's the negative side? The negative side is we see when Facebook Live came out, how many people we even seen get their noodles blew out on camera?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Facebook wasn't doing that type of
Shit.
stuff at first. They wasn't. It wasn't even publicized.
You had to be in college to be on Facebook at one point in time.
You know what I'm saying?
So, all right. To break this down, it's not social media itself; it's how we use it. Right? Is what you're saying? Because if a person,
No, no. I ain't saying because how we use it. I'm talking about how it's displayed.
I mean,
How
but
many
Lil,
look free? How many marriages, relationships, all this got crashed because Facebook?
it wasn't.
How many families? Wait. I ain't finished. Let me finish. How many families got destroyed because of Facebook, social media, TikTok, or Instagram, and all this? How degraded is our women right now on of our community on Instagram? Fans only. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but
Look at our young guys, our little kids out here toting guns and robbing and jacking just because they want an SRT.
I see what Free's saying though. Like it's not the internet. It's the person behind it. Because you could say it's not the gun. It's the person shooting the gun. That's the reason
Okay,
for it. It's the same thing.
but if you understand what I'm saying, before it wasn't allowed. Now it's allowed. They allow this stuff.
Okay,
They
so
play a
now
great part in it.
It's a lot of ads now.
let's go off the analogy you just used, though, Black. It's not the gun, it's the person who's shooting it. That's true. But what was the gun created for? What was the intention of the gun? So then we have to say, what was the intention of social media?
Mm.
and
Yeah, yeah.
the attention of social media was for you to in New Jersey to connect with somebody in California in seconds.
to show
So,
social network.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
we're using
so,
that shit the
so,
wrong
so,
way.
We using
so
that's what I'm
you
saying.
rules the hell is made with good intentions too. So I'm
All the way
asking, do you
back to
think?
the. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My fault, guy. I was just gonna say. So you think the creators of these social media things didn't at all foresee none of the negative aspects? You just thought it was just gonna be a way to connect. You think they had all positivity in mind when they created it?
Hell no, cause they
What
got.
I
Go
what I
ahead,
I
would
was
free.
about. I was about to say we could bring this shit back to the chat rooms. You know, the first form of social media, and that was starting the predators and people meeting these little girls all the way out. You feel me? Like nigga go in the chat room pretending to be somebody, meet up with a little girl. That shit was happening in the late '90s when the internet first came out. So they seen what social media could do. You feel me? They saw that shit.
But how about this? How about social media was created to collect data on the masses in a smaller platform? Instead of doing the census like they do when a person goes to your house and you can lie this, that, and third, you can't lie about your behaviorisms. That's why you see certain things in your algorithm that you're interested in. that get the advertisement pushed your way on a quicker platform. So when they created these social media outlets, the Facebooks, the TikToks, the Instagram and Twitters, they knew that people, if you put a mic in front of most people and give them a chance to say what they want to say, they're going to say what they really feel. Or they can record, or they can upload a video of themselves in certain different ways. So yes, it was created to collect data on the masses on these platforms. Why do you think they're trying to take TikTok off of the whole platform existence? Because they said China's collecting all this data on the behaviorisms of the people of America. So it was a tool that they use to collect all kind of data in different respects on people by the masses and how they relate and how they could advertise to us all in some form or fashion. Because after we see our video, or before we see the video, there's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that they put that image in your face for you to see whether you want to see it or not. It takes 5 seconds before you can take it up. At least we know that you obtained it, so down the line, you might want to indulge yourself in whatever product that we're advertising. So in some ways, it has this good, it goes to the user at the end of the day. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to get a product out, it's a very much good vehicle to, oh, I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 friends on Facebook or Instagram. You send it out in the mass productive way. Some of them people might relate to the product and want to know more about it. And you can make a financial gain off of that.
So
Because I
to
think
you,
it was
is
right here in
that
this room,
worth?
it said that more millionaires have been made off of these platforms because it
So
was a
Kareem,
vehicle. Go
so
ahead.
that
That
so that
so
inform,
that
so information that you
information
share,
that you share.
is that worth that reach that you can get through those followers and those friends? Because you gave a negative and a positive. So is it worth it to give all your information?
It's all about what results you're trying to get when you post it. If I'm in the hood and I post me a picture of me with a bunch of money on the table and money to my ear, that makes me look like a certain type of individual to the masses. One thing about social media, you can create your character. We're all created characters in this technoverse, as I call it. And you can be whoever you want to be. Once the camera goes off, you might be broke as fuck living in a one bedroom apartment, but you can present yourself to the world as a whole nother entity. And enough people can resonate with who you are. That's why when you see the blue faces and the Krishan Rocks, they may be seem toxic to us old people, but there's so many women in the situation and they tune in for the show. One thing about us as a people, we're spiritual. And that can be godly or unspiritual like. And no one can sit on this platform and say drama don't sell. Hell, T.I. said something to Boosie, Boosie said something to T.I., and that probably got like 1 million views just because of what they said.
I mean, but
I mean, but
is it like kind of our fault as well? Cause we clicking on it and we watching it. So
yes,
aren't we to blame too? Like Free
yes,
said, I agree with Free. I think it was it had intentions of connecting. It had the right intention. I think we are using it wrong as a people. I think we are using it wrong. Cause this room right here, this room alone is a viable example of how it should be done right, or how it could be done right. So you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying?
yes. And we're one of many. We're still in the minor though, because even on Clubhouse, I don't know how most of y'all came on this platform that is Clubhouse, but let's say the other room, because that was my initiation into this. the invite thing, whatever may have you. I was bored at a time. They had some stuff that they was talking about that was entertaining. Now you can say like, well, you looking for the drama, whatever may have you. But that was what I got on the platform because it seemed like all right, these guys, like I was bored. Oh, this one is talking about now. We're changing that narrative in this room, yes, but most of the rooms on this app are drama filled, and people tune in to see that. Why you think some of these rooms have thousands of people in them? Because they can't wait for the show. We're addicted to negativity. We're addicted. The greatest story in all of us is Kareem demise, not Kareem ascend. Maybe in this room, my ascension is good to be seen. But if I fall off or I get caught in a scandal, and that's what your boy Joe Buttons and DJ Academics, they live for your downfall because everybody sees it and they're like, damn, I knew it. I knew it. Now you justify this craziness and all that. Or such and such got beat up, or this person got his chain snatched. World Star used to be the thing before a clubhouse. World Star fights, we used to see that, like, damn, you sat there for hours on that watching people beat up each other. That they uploaded the video and they got millions of views. But let's say you went and bought some people some houses or gave money to people in a philanthropy position, something of the positive nature. I bet you your views won't be matched. We can run a whole thing like, hi, I'm Kareem. When I came to CMB, I was a worker, B. Now I have an LLC. I'm an owner of my own business. And everybody can have their little testimonial for this group. I bet you that won't get that many views on this platform. But say Springfield and Kareem is beefing, and I'm breaking, I'm disrespect. I was a former member of CMB, and I'm dissing CMB. I bet you they get more views. You see how that works? The platform can be used for good. I will not say it can't, but it's basically a platform that you can be the image of who you want to be, and you can put out all kind of shit. But the drama sells, and ain't none of y'all on this platform gonna tell me no different.
I use like Vlad like Vlad for an example. You could say that he one of the only white platforms that give a shine to up and coming artists or artists that's kind of out of the limelight. So that's a positive thing. But we all know how many people he set up to take a dive. So it's like, what's the real intention of Vlad? Yeah, it's a positive thing, but you have to look behind and say, okay, ain't no way that this person who created it didn't understand what they was creating. And that's where it get just that fine line to say good or bad. It could be both.
I mean, but general, aren't we guilty for that? Because we also click on the bullshit that he put out there to help these guys do that. If we would just ignore those videos and click on the videos of him helping up and coming artists, wouldn't he be forced to change his content? Because the other content wouldn't be moving the needle. Am I correct?
Okay, so from that perspective, I got no smoke with you. Here's the perspective I be coming from I think you don't be feeling. Everything's got another thing. So what you just said was spot on 100%. If we didn't click on it, he wouldn't be able to sell it. But now we have to deal with why do we click on it? And he still don't get a pass for it's like your theory is like, well shit, it ain't my fault he's smoking crack. I'm gonna get paid. That's basically what you're saying. Is it the Clucker fault because they got a habit? So me personally, I'm exempt from that. I'm just getting money.
I know when we talking about social media, I'm gonna stick back to what Kareem was on when we were just talking about directly Clubhouse. Oh, Clubhouse, it's people like this room that don't go for the narrative that they want us to go for. Let's do the paperwork. Let's find out who beat up who. Let's find out who cheating on who. That stuff is it's like what Kareem said. It's a addiction. It's a drug or whatever, and they need more of it, more of it, more of it. Like the narrative, like the narrative of Clubhouse, basically is a whole bunch of people that's all about drama. But then you dive into some rooms, CMB Critical Minds building, you're like, wait a minute, the room ain't like that. They ain't on that same shit over there. Well shit, I had the wrong perspective. But at the end of the day, social media, drama gonna sell. Now, I honestly believe it's a lot of people out here sick and tired of that drama shit. And they probably think like us, but they, still, want to dive in here and there, still, one foot in, one foot out. But the thing on that, go back to social media. It's designed to what it's doing. What we gotta do is crack that design and do the positive side of it and fuck the negative side.
I'm rocking with that. I just think most of the shit, like Joe just said, uh, Springfield be frequently saying like he points out to our involvement in things, which I think that's dope because uh, I got it. Accountability is one of my favorite words, so I'm rocking with that part. I just think like what Joe just said. Most things are doing what they was designed to do, so we can't let the designer off the hook. We got to still accept our responsibility, but I don't think the designer get a pass. Is all.
And the
General, I'm
crazy
looking at.
thing about that, my bad Springfield, but the crazy thing about that, the designer and the head, the circle, you can check out documentaries and interviews. They don't allow their kids to even touch social media. So that's just pretty interesting to me. I'm just saying.
General, like I never give them the pass, General. I'm just trying to see how can I help change. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever think I'm giving them a pass. I'm just saying what can we do from our standpoint, and I feel like we can start by saying, man, fuck them. I ain't clicking on that. You know what I'm saying? I do it all the time. I see shit like it be videos on. I hide. I don't want to see it. Hide. I don't want to see it. All the time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we could,
Again, they're not trying to reach you. They're not. You're not the demographic they're trying
bro,
to reach.
bro, why are you yelling and cutting people off, man? Calm down, bro. I feel like it's a start. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but we don't know unless we try something. If we don't want to see it, fuck it. Let's block it. Let's hide it. And it can change our algorithm. It probably change everybody else joint.
Our brother said to us yesterday, where a lot of promotion, including the music, 16 to 24. Are you in that age range? No.
So Kareem, so instead of being combative, what would be your solution, Kareem?
Hey, yo, whoever you are that keep doing this is the second day straight, bruh, of the mutant point, whatever may have you. If you don't want me to say something or say nothing, we ain't got to say nothing at all, B. We just sit back and listen. Because that's some
I
whole
ain't the
shit.
one. I ain't the one muting you, Kareem. But I'll tell you the reason why they probably muting you is when you leave your mic open for some reason you got an echo. I ain't the
Yeah,
one muting.
it's a super bad echo coming off your joint.
Yeah, I ain't muting you, but I'm just letting
All
you
right,
know
like,
that.
like I said, this is no, it ain't about the echo and all that. There's some kind of indifference about opinions, and we saw that yesterday. Like what is it? Chico always say, "It's a snake in the boot. It's a snake in the grass, right up in here." Real talk. If I knew who your name was, I wouldn't have no problem calling you out.
Back to the subject.
Hey, wait. We ain't gonna go left. We ain't gonna go left, man. Kareem, they said it.
We are
They
going left,
probably
son.
no, Kareem. Come on, man. We ain't gotta do this, bro. They saying if somebody mute you, bro, it's because the echo off your phone. Why you can't respect that, bro? You don't never want to respect it. Ain't nobody trying to sabotage you. We got a good thing going on right now, man. You finna ruin it, bro. This is some really, this is a topic I'm really deep down and listening about. If I could throw my comment in, man. Come on, man. Stay on
Go
topic,
ahead and
please,
comment,
bro.
yo. I'll keep my opinion to myself. We ain't with the kiddie shit, son. Salute.
No, I ain't saying your
Just
opinion,
try
bro.
to
Your opinion matters, bro.
let's get to the root
He's
of it.
saying let's just
Try
not
to
be
fix your
contentious,
mic.
man. Let's just flow.
Yeah,
Ain't
just try to
nobody doing it on purpose, bro. Let's just flow.
just fix your mic, bro. Try to fix
Hey,
your mic. I'm almost guaranteeing you that's why they muting you. You got a badass echo and you leave your mic open.
hey, yo, I don't know if y'all talked about it, but I was gonna ask earlier before I left out. Are y'all classifying the black community as the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or just straight black?
The
Like,
ones that identify as black.
also not the Dominican niggas. They niggas too, but not them, right?
The ones that identify as black.
It's just y'all.
No, that's the Israelite doctrine that you pushing
No.
right there.
I just classify the
No,
Hispanics as
that's
black
your
too.
thing. That's your thing.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for clarity.
All right, so back to the topic in here. What could be some solutions for us to combat this? Like, help change the narrative.
Tell your kids not to view it or listen, or look at it because it's not for us. I'm 40. It's not for me. Most of the content is
Hey,
for the kids.
I feel like
I
that's gonna make them
believe,
look at it though.
if we parenting our kids, man, the right way, man, we can do it. A lot of us don't even monitor what our kids doing. That's why this is a good title. You feel me? I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what our kids be doing most of the time. We know some of the things, but we don't know all the things they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? If we more monitor our kids, bro, and be more involved in what's really going on, because they take to social media, man, and if they don't get certain likes or views, bro, these kids be getting depressed, man. You know what I'm saying? They be getting bullied on here, man. You know what I'm saying? A young girl, get on her, she got they just destroy her, call her fat, nasty, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at that point of view. You know what I'm saying? Then I look at the point of view that it connected with me, my family in Mississippi, California, Arizona, Washington. You know what I'm saying? That's the good views. You know what I'm saying? Like with me on my social media right now, only on Clubhouse, and I got an Instagram page, but I don't even be on there because I don't even indulge in it. And I got a Facebook with all my friends. And I got Twitter. I got Twitter for a different reason. I ain't gonna tell y'all the reason why I got it, but I got Twitter for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's the things we let our kids see, indulge in. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't indulging in the things they indulging in now when we was kids. When I was kid, I'm gonna speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for no one else. When I was kid, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing all this. We had a party line. We was on the telephone or something. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of this what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's, man, you can physically see everything. You know what I'm saying? Physically. You can see some shit going on in California and you in Illinois like with a split of a second, man. Split second. So you know everything going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, across the world. It ain't just here. You can go across the pond and you got some people over there. You can see what's going on across the pond. You know what I'm saying? The good things, it ain't shining, man, because they trying to kill what's good, man. Anything was bad, you're going to get 1 million, 2 million, 10 million views, man. And that's sad.
Shit, I agree with what you said. Yeah, 100%. Cause I be looking at kids and I done caught my nephew goddamn doing like watching shit with. It ain't even my nephew, but it is my nephew watching shit with other little kids and shit. Then you come around the corner and they all jumping and shit like, oh. And then one time, shit, even he came to me and he almost cussed. And he tried to catch himself. I said, you know what you was finna say. He was like, what was I finna say? Like he wanted me to say it. Man, they smarter than what a lot of folks think. A lot of folks think they just kids. Cause I got babied. I know my mama she didn't expect nothing I did to be brought to her attention. Like she thought I was the baby. But Kareem, what you said about the tell them not to watch it, I think it's gonna take way more than that. Cause you tell them not to do something more, 9 times out of 10 they gonna do it, right? It's gonna have to be you root them like Mister Mr. Edwards said. You gotta nurture them, bro. You gotta watch them, raise them right, like get them good, like root them in something. Let them like whatever y'all believe in, root them in that. Cause I'm pretty sure y'all believe right is right and wrong is wrong. So you just instill that in their head. But with the social media shit, it's like you got to live up to the status quo. And like you said, they be killing themselves if they don't get a certain amount of likes. That shit is depressing because all you doing is scrolling and seeing people post the best parts or impersonating the best parts of their life. They be posting beaches and palm trees and shit, and you live in the slums in the ghetto. That's gonna affect you mentally, and yeah, it causes people to become depressed. And but they gotta be rooted in something. They got to be rooted for them to be right, bro. Because if not, they're gonna take to social media and apply everything to their life. Like you get that non-binary shit hit hard to my sister. One of my sisters, she identified as non-binary and didn't even know what the fuck that was. She just knew like she didn't want to be classified as a boy or a girl. It's just like that shit is a heavy influence. If you're not rooted in something, you gotta have a root.
Shit, we got to be the one to simplify that. We just got to be the one that our kids look up to. You know what I'm saying? They won't have to go to social media because we showing everything they need to know in person. You know what I'm saying? You keep them busy on you, you know, then the chances of them learning something on social media is slim to none.
Hey, free. I was finna say the same shit. Keep them occupied. Keep their ass busy.
But the thing is, though, y'all, it's adults that's stored up in the social media as well, like the kids. If you got the parents, you know what I mean? It's like everybody's staring at their phones all day. You know what I'm saying? And that's the narrative gonna happen.
I just heard something that is crazy alarming. All of y'all got jobs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So between your job and the time that you have to interact with your kids, it's called a systematic divide.
Mm.
A great majority of our kids are raised with their mother. We're either involved in the process or in house. And then when we're not involved in the process or we're outside of the house and the kids live with her, she's gone. We send them to school and they reduce their hours where most of us went to school. Like most kids get out 2, maybe 3 o'clock. We used to be 2:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Then we had some activity afterwards. We was getting home by 6. Most of the time, the parents ain't even home with said child. We're
Hey,
raising a
Craig.
generation of kids. We're
I got
raising a
something for you.
generation of kids that social media can attack because I hear what y'all saying, like we be the influence that they represent. But most kids don't look at their parents as their influence. There's people that are influencers that they want to resonate with or be like. That's not you.
So,
Correct.
like this the part. This this the part that kind of get me. Like you be telling us stay off the white man heels type
There we
shit,
go.
but then you got the type of information that knows about a systematic divide, bro. That's the white man. So you right, but I
No,
just
they ain't
had
the
to
white
step
man.
in. Like that's the same thing we be talking about. It's all
Once
a
again,
systematic divide. You can't
that's the
layer
easy.
it over here and over there. This whole operation, the whole thing we see every day when we wake up in this country is a systematic divide.
I was gonna say
Now,
that shit.
In that systematic divide, some ascend and some stay in place. General, you're not going to do that because you really be using the white man as a crutch for everything. We get the same opportunities as they do. What you choose to do with those opportunities is on you.
See, now
Now,
see,
yes,
that's why I couldn't pull my pistol out.
there's
You
obstacles.
don't you don't believe that, do you?
500 years, General, we don't know them yet. Forget every
Now
other
I'm finna
evidence.
pull my pistol out. I'm just telling you,
Bring it
whenever you're
out
done
and
with
make
your
sure it's
echo, I'm
loaded.
finna pull my pistol out.
Make sure it's loaded. Because I get tired of the white man, the white man, the white man, the white man, the white man. Nobody else screams the white man but us.
That's not true. That's not
Hey,
true.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
You
hold on,
got
hold
it,
on, hold
bro.
on, hold
Y'all keep
on, bro,
worried
hold
about
on.
the white man. I
You
don't worry
just
about
got
him.
to hold
Hold
on,
on,
bro.
General.
Now I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
tell you like you told me. We not finna do this. You just spent 10 minutes on a tirade about a fucking systematic divide, which is the white man. Now you're gonna sit here and tell me we not finna do this. We not finna use the white man. Well, take that systematic divide shit and shove it because that's the white man. Now, in every aspect, you can't show me one aspect of American culture where I can't prove there's a systematic divide. You want to debate that? After me and Brick go, me and you can go Thursday on this topic.
Fair walk down.
We can rock. We can rock, bruh. We can rock. Because I don't use the crush, son. I
You
don't use
just
the
got
crush.
through
But
using it. A
Not at all.
systematic divide is the crutch
but
you're
how
telling me
can
not
you
to use. So you're not making sense right now, bro. You being a
What I'm
hypocrite.
saying
You're
is,
talking about a systematic divide, telling me I can't use the white man. That's hypocritical.
but
what I'm saying is,
then
the
say in the
system has
same
already
breath?
been in place before you and me. Take the black man out the home, put the black woman to work, we take over the kids. All right, that's a systematic divide. But do you have to allude to that? No, you don't. I guarantee you in your house it doesn't work like that, now does it? You do polygamy, right? You got multiple women that can do variations to prevent these things happening in your home. But on the masses level, that shit don't work. General, please, respectfully, bruh, I'm not doing no debating with nothing. I'm just telling you, I'm tired of us using the white man's crutch for all our ills. Look in the mirror, General. Look in the fucking mirror, bruh.
Say, Kareem.
We know where he
If
coming from.
Kareem,
We are his greatest adversary for 500 years. And now we still holding
Kareem,
the crutch. The white man, the white man, the white man. I will not use
Kareem,
him as a crutch. If Kareem don't make it happen, that's on Kareem. The white man don't prevent nothing from me doing.
Kareem.
Man.
Am I the
If
only
my
one who
house
don't see
burned
hypocrisy
down,
in
if
this?
if my house burned down, Kareem,
Himself though.
what was
Yeah,
the
I'm
cause
speaking
of
about
it?
myself, and I know many others. They ain't here.
Kareem,
You think I'm the
Damn.
only
if
one that think
somebody
like
house
this?
burned down,
Nah, bro.
Kareem, if somebody house
I,
burned down, what was the cause of it?
We don't even know. Did they add an accelerant to it? Did
It
somebody
doesn't
come by and throw
matter.
a bomb in their
That's
house?
fire. It doesn't matter.
Nah,
Fire
you know,
took
see,
it down.
now you're doing semantics. Now we doing
What?
semantics. Now we doing semantics, yo. It's good, son. Like I said, I gave my point of
It,
view. Whether you like it or not, it's good. I'll just
Hey,
continue to listen to the
but
conversation, son.
but
nah, Kareem.
the only part
if
I ain't
it's
like
not in your
about
point of view, it's
the
semantics.
conversation, the only part I
Hold
ain't like about
on.
the conversation is you say, "But I'm in the matrix."
Nah, you good, gang.
Yeah, like you said that systematically divided, but then you say in the same breath that we got the same chances as them. How? How that don't even make sense to me.
And they
If we
run
got
the
the
system.
right and they run the system, how we gonna have the same chances?
Hey, hey, it's
We just listen to hold on. We just listened to a video earlier. Stu put up a video where when these niggas got head stars, but we got the same type of we got the same choices as them. Nah, bro, that shit don't make sense. And after that, I will understand why you want to mute up and not want to talk about it, bro, because you just put your foot in your mouth, bro.
Nah, look, when you said it's a divide, right? When we not with our kids for this time, we got the job. Right, all right, cool, right? If you really want to go further than and saying that, like, all right, why your kids going to school then? Homeschool 'em. Teach them shit that really matter. You got them learning chemistry and they don't want to be no fucking scientists. So it's like The shit you saying is like you said, yeah, they go to school and it's a divide when we not with our kids. Then be with them. Start your own business, get that shit off the ground, work hard. Don't just not work like damn. Don't expect the shit to do your own shit. We in America. America is a corporation. United States of America is a corporation. It's a whole business. So start a
And so
business.
are you.
All right, yeah. My strawman is not my living soul. But listen, we not getting on that. I'm saying this. You said it first. It was about the social media. Then it came to the point with the divide you was talking about, right? The time that we not with our kids. If we not with our kids, then be with your kids. You can be with them. You don't gotta send them to school. You don't have to. That's what you want to do. If you really
Now,
wanted them kids to be home, you would have them
bruh,
home.
we're not playing these semantics with the kids and all that. I get where you're trying to come from,
My
but it
my
don't
daughter gonna be
resonate.
homeschooled. That's all I'm saying. Cause I
So
learned
your
some
daughter's
shit
gonna
that
be
I did not need
homeschooled.
to
So
know.
who's gonna be with them? If you said your daughter's gonna be homeschooled, right?
Right.
So that means either you or her mother is not working. So the other party got to make the money for the whole household, correct?
You understand? You can alternate shifts, or I don't want my
That's not
woman
true.
working.
Oh, here we
I
go.
don't want my look. I
You
said
can
yeah. I
make
don't want my
money at
woman
home.
working.
What are you talking about? You can make
I
money from
don't.
That's
home.
not true. Cause
I don't want
they
my
don't
woman
have to
working.
not they don't have to not be at home or not
Exactly.
working. They can be
And
working. If you own your
Springfield,
own business,
Springfield take
that's
care of his
working.
wife right now.
There we
She
go.
take care of kids. You feel me? Come on, bro.
And
You
I
tripping?
said you can alternate shifts. You can either start your own business. You can work from home. They got all type of jobs out now, bro. Apple hiring just work from home, answering phone calls, bro. And they giving you MacBooks and shit. Just
Are we
like it's shit out there, bro.
are we talking about the mass or a certain demographic?
It seemed like you was saying this what we do, so I'm telling you do something different. Like we was asking each other, what's the answer? What's the answer to this shit? And I'm telling you, that's a answer to this shit. If you saying we using the white man as a crutch, I'm telling you, you using them too. If you sent your kids to school, that's a part of the white man system. They learning shit they not gonna use, wasting time when they can be focused on their career. That's all I'm saying.
Every person in here, or let me say not every, because I don't know all y'all like that. We all went to the same school, right?
Kareem, I understand where you come
Our
from,
kids go to the
100%.
same school, right?
Yeah,
I'm just the jumps of what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, we have 500 years of experience. Our ancestors went through this shit. Our parents went through this shit. Now we're going through this shit. And we're still blaming the white man. The white man is doing this wrong. He's keeping us back. He's holding us back. Chica would say critical race theory. Like at some point, when will we stop blaming the white man and look in the mirror and say, why don't we as black men
right.
ascend?
Right. I'm saying
I
right now.
still,
That's me saying it right now.
our
I'm saying
black
right
woman is
now,
above,
we the
our
problem.
black woman is soon to pass us. The Latino already passed us. Do y'all understand that we the third, one, two, three, minority in this country? We used to be number two. We're
So
falling.
a question. Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
It's
Yes or no?
welcome,
This is just
brother.
a yes or no. This is just a yes
Yes.
or no.
Go ahead, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Is there a system set up in favor for a certain group in this country?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we identify what that system is? Anybody? Anybody's thoughts? I'm open to
Hey yo,
anything. I'm just
hey yo, I
The
wanna
black woman
know.
to ascend.
I wanna know where did you get these numbers from? Like
What do you mean?
whose
What number?
information did
All
you
right,
get
let's
this
say we
from?
use his
These
numbers.
numbers.
Because
I'm,
what other numbers do we have to go off
I'm
of?
not talking about I'm talking about
No,
the
no, no.
numbers
You
that
you
you use.
asked me a question. I'm answering it.
One, two, three does. Where did you get your information from? Don't use his. Use your information. That's what I'm asking you.
So if you don't go by the U.S. Census, what number that you can regulate that we're still
So who
more of us
U.S.
than
Census
Hispanics
is
in the
that?
country?
Who U.S. Census is that? It's the
Give me
white
a
man,
number that's
bro.
different then,
The
It's the
Brick.
white
white
man.
man.
Give me
The
a number.
white
Give me
man.
Tell him
right,
again.
the
Look,
white
you got,
man. But he
hold
run
you
the
got,
system,
hold
right?
you got,
All
you
right.
gotta understand. Hold you gotta understand.
So show me
This,
a number that's different. Show us that number two.
all right, now look, I
You
tell
do
you
no,
the
no,
way
no,
I,
no, no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
gonna
hold
say
on, hold
nothing
on,
else.
hold
I'm
on, hold
talking
on,
to
hold
Brick.
on. Nah, I just want to say something real quick. Like how you say we behind the Hispanic, right? It's gonna be 10 Hispanics living in the motherfucking house. How many people you think gonna be on that census?
There we go.
Same thing with black people.
Hold
Let's not do
on,
that. Y'all, now
you're
you're
not
playing
answering
semantic.
you're not answering the
Bro,
question. How
why
many people
everything
you
is
think?
semantics when you
That's
can't
not
answer a fucking
semantics like a
question?
month. That's a
God
fucking.
damn.
I think
That's
Because
everybody.
you can't prove
No,
nothing
it's
what you're
not.
saying.
No,
that's
You
bro.
gonna
back
say
How
it's
into
how
sin?
you
the
can't?
negativity.
So you
When you
can't.
back
So you
into
Bruh.
the
can't. Hold
positive,
on. Hold
that's
on. Hold
your
on. Hold
best
on.
We
Hold on.
don't.
Hold
answer
on.
that
Hold on.
you want to give.
Hold on for a second, everybody. So, how many people in here know a group of Mexicans that all live together?
Man, we all know two, three, four, five, bro. We all do.
What does
How
that
many?
have to do with what I'm
Hold
talking
on,
about?
man. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. I'm gonna get to your point that you just said we behind the Hispanics. You in the matrix, young.
Yeah, you in the matrix, gang.
So look, if it's 10 Hispanics
What am I?
living in a 3 bed, let's just say a 3 bedroom house. They got 5 of them, 6 of them, and it's only 2 on putting that they making that's this they household. Now you go do that for every Hispanic household that's saying, okay, they're holding down this household, each by these 2 people. You do that for every Spanish household, it would look like the Spanish people are ahead of black people, wouldn't it?
Cause you're not clocking the other incomes and all that shit.
Don't they say nothing? Don't they say nothing, gentlemen? I'm trying to ask Kareem a question. Wouldn't that look like they're holding
Nah,
it down on their own, right?
that's
Y'all can play
semantics,
to
bro.
look like
That's
whatever.
semantics, bro.
Nah, you're not
We
Yeah,
talking
answering the
about the
question,
math.
bro.
That's not.
That's the mass, bro. Unless you see one of these Hispanic dudes, this is how you know a Hispanic dude holding it down on his own, right? When he pull up to the goddamn gas station in the morning and he riding in that $70,000, $80,000 truck and his name on the side of that truck or anything like that, you know he holding this shit down on his own. But when you see all of them going walk back from the store, what you think going on? And that's the man. What's the mass of that though? Which one do you see more of, Kareem? You see the one driving around in the $80,000 truck, or you see the ones that be all grouped up making their way back home from work? Which one you see more of?
The ones making their way home from work, carpooling,
There we
Oh,
go.
I thought so.
He
I
ain't
and
thought
gonna
that little,
answer
so.
the question. He ain't gonna
and
answer the
that,
question because that's
and that,
semantics.
Yeah, I
and that little
thought so.
binker, and the little binker.
Hey, yo, but the thing is that this my thing. It's okay to use the white man's information when it's convenient for someone's use or purpose or point. But when it's on the other end and you looking at it how this systematic the divide that we are in that does happen, and you say it's because of the white man, you blaming the white man. You get what I'm
Bro, we
saying?
can't even blame the black man. We ain't got no fucking system, nigga. That
And
boy,
see,
wow.
that's the thing. Like I purposely sat back because I wanted to hear everybody's point. Now, social media, I'm gonna tell you like this. It does has its good and bad. Social media was intended to connect and stay connected with friends, with first with students, then with friends, then with family, so on and so forth. Then it got bigger, pause. And that's how social media got to where it's at today. The thing that I disagree with social media now is the carelessness, the recklessness, the insensitivity that it has on its viewers. Because I can remember a time when a nigga wouldn't let another nigga disrespect a female out in the street. But now you got niggas will sit there and watch a woman get damn near awed on the train, violated, and niggas won't even say nothing or help her because they ready to pull their phone out and watch.
Talk about it.
So
Like yo,
fucked up.
like yo, don't you see what's going on? Hold on. We not doing that. But the flip side to social media is I tell niggas all the time, nigga, I'm 30 years old on Facebook, and that was the first time I ever talked to my father in my life. So that's the flip side of social media. I got a chance to connect with my other brothers and sisters that I never knew I had. You feel me? So it's like we look at a lot of negative that social media does do, but social media also does a lot of great things too.
Hey,
You know
Brick,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
gonna ask, look, when you see the negative videos, who you sending them to? To your people, because it's
Hey,
made for social
yeah,
network.
that's a fact. That's a fact. I do it. Not gonna lie. Sending the funny shit and I sending the fucked up shit. Like, yo, look at
Mhm.
this shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, and it's set up for that. It's set up for us to do that. You know what I'm saying? And am I wrong for doing that? Hell yeah. What's all right? You know what I'm saying? Nigga did some dumb crazy shit. Here, take a look at this dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I do also show the dope shit too. Like, yo, look, nigga gave away $1,000 to a person you don't even know. Look, just gave this homeless dude $100 for no reason. Boom, look at that. I I do that as well. So, in all, I'm gonna just say this: social media has its good and its bad. It's just like life. It's what you do with it, because you can use social media to your benefit to push your business forward, or you can be destructive with it. You could be on there talking about people, trying to dox people, trying to pull people cards, see how they living, shit like that. And because it's accessible, if your name is in the internet, trust and believe, you get pulled up.
yeah.
It's all about what you want to do with it. I really do believe social media comes down to an individual basis, no matter what we decide to do with it. Because you could go left or you could go right. You don't, like Fat Boy said, you don't have to click on the fucked up shit, but you do because you want to be nosy. And you could click on sending your man information on how to start his business. You could do that too. I'm gonna land on that.
I definitely agree. Is what you do with it.
That's why I think
The
that
topic is the
that's why.
topic is social media killing our black community? Is it or is it helping?
Okay, can I ask one question out of respect? Where is there a black community?
Everywhere you go,
And every project you see, man. What do you think it
Every
is?
app in all the worlds, nigga, meta and the real. We
we
everywhere.
Okay,
everywhere.
so when you say
This is a black.
community,
This is a black community.
this is a social media
This
outlet.
is a black community.
Okay, if that's what you want to say, fine. I respect that. Beyond this internet realm, when you say a black community and you go by the context, I guess I'm going to say the white man used that word too, to have your own community, what does that entail?
Kareem,
Are you
we talking
asking what's
about
the
the internet right now. We talk about the internet. We ain't talking about anything else but the internet, bro.
he fucking himself up though? Because if he asking what is a community, it's a group of people living in the same place or having particular characteristics in common. And I'm pretty sure we got a lot of shit in common on this app. That's why we in this room right now resonating with each other.
And most of the places that you describe to be the black community, do we have ownership of all the amenities that's in said
Don't
community?
don't
That's
don't
not
know
what it's
China,
saying, bro.
right? But you talking you speaking up from a place where like Chinatown. China people don't own Chinatown, man. Like
Oh,
what?
bro.
What communities? Give me an example of a community that they own,
Hey, hold on.
that other
Hey,
people
Kareem.
own.
I mean, hey, free. Hold on. I got you. Yeah, we talking from ownership. We own CMB. What's the next question?
It's
He missing it.
semantics because he can't answer. Is it
No,
fucking
we.
up
I'm
our
saying we
community
own.
or not?
We own CMB. So
Yeah, for
so what's
real.
the next
That's
question?
him.
I
He ain't
understand
got
exactly.
nothing. He ain't got nothing, bro. He don't want to
He
answer the question we've been asking him.
he ain't expect that. No doubt.
Hello.
Again, y'all keep screaming the black community. Where
I
is the black
asked.
community? You're not
I
going to do
asked
that with
for.
me.
I
You're
asked
not
for
going
an
to do that with
example.
me.
I asked for an example. Give me an example of what you. Give me an
No,
alternate
you give
example,
me.
bro.
I asked the question. You're not going to ask a question with another question.
And I
I asked
say,
you,
and
where's
I
the black
say,
community?
okay, what you want me to give you an address, or you want me to give you what you want? What
Uh,
you
uh,
mean? What?
Are you saying like
free.
black folks don't own
Hold
communities or
on,
something?
cause he
Hey,
getting
hey,
defensive.
hold on for a second, please. Hey, please, free and Blizzy, please, please. I'm begging you, brothers, to let him finish. Please,
Hey,
please,
nah,
to
hold
let
on,
him
hold on,
finish.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I tell him one. Look up Ellen J.
I'm done.
Please.
Garden. Hold
I asked
on,
the
hold on,
question
hold on.
No,
and didn't
y'all, let him
answer.
Hold
I'm
finish.
on,
done.
Hey,
hold
they
on,
put
hold on, hold
themselves
on.
in the air. I just kick away
No,
the
no,
chair. Let them finish.
General, hold up. I tell you one right now. It's in Virginia Beach. It's called Ellen J. Gardens. Go look it up right now and tell me what you think.
Okay, what? They own everything: the hospitals, the stores, the
Man,
property, the land. It's
just
that
go
community.
look up Ellen J. Gardens.
No, I'm
I'm
asking
asking you.
him.
I ain't going to look up none of that. You said
Let
it.
them land, y'all. Free. You know me, God. Just let them land,
No,
please. Please, y'all. I'm begging.
now we gotta own the hospitals and stores in the neighborhood now.
If you said
I just gave you a whole neighborhood to go look up, and you'll find out shit was built in the early 1930s.
2023,
Look how
1930s
long
is a
them
different
black
time.
people been. Look how long them black people been owning them houses though, and that shit is a black community.
All right. I see what we're doing right now.
Nah,
And
you
you want
said
to say we put
ownership,
our
bro. I
foot in
just
the
gave you
mouth.
a
Go
whole
ahead with
neighbor.
it.
I just gave you a whole neighborhood that black people own their houses in. A whole community.
Do they own the land there too?
Yes, nigga.
What? You can't never
Who?
own land. You can't never own. What the fuck is you talking about, man?
Stop.
What
Hold
the?
on, hold on, hold on.
Hold
Yeah,
on. What you say?
I
You
know
can't never
a
own
community.
land.
I know a
You ain't.
community that own land.
No, no,
I
no, no,
swear,
no,
look,
no. See, whoa. Wait a
look.
minute.
I look.
You
I
said
know a community that I know a
oh.
community that own land. It's this realtor and her boyfriend. I don't know what they do, but I know they got paper. So her name is Deja. Is my realtor, and what they did was bought land, built some apartments on it, and they accept felons or something like that. You can go look it up. Deja is my realtor, and
He ain't
they
looking up. He ain't looking up
Man,
nothing, bro.
listen. He
When
He
don't
don't
want to
want to
look
see
up
that.
nothing. But
He ain't
look,
yo,
seeing that.
when the
when he
henny
said,
start talking,
hold on. See, he
when the
wanted to
henny
say
start
something.
talking,
He wanted to say something about black people can't own land. Look how many black people got their land took from eminent domain. That's why
Man,
he
we
said
rent
black people.
land. We
You
don't
should have
own it.
let him land, bro. That point he was finna make was a dud. You that what I asked y'all to let him land. That point was finna get ate up. He was about to do the same thing he keep telling us not to do, which is blame the white man. Because if you say we don't own no fucking land, then we got to get to how we don't own it and why we don't own it, and that leads back to the white guy. So y'all should have let him land.
nah,
Ooh, General,
what
you
y'all,
thought you came in hot, didn't you?
what y'all should
Didn't
have
you?
did, what y'all should have did, y'all should have asked them
Hey,
what the
Kareem,
definition
you
of
ain't proved
community
no
is.
point or nothing, bro. You just blah 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 blah.
Right.
It's when,
I get it.
it's when
See
it's
how I'm
when it,
calm over here? See
it's
how I'm
when the
calm
henny,
over here?
hey,
it's
can
They
when the
y'all
henny
click the link?
talk.
elevating, they're
Click the
getting
link in the
into their
chat.
spiritual essence.
It's when the henny talk.
Kareen, I gave you
There it is. Now it gotta be
example.
on some other shit. It's good,
No,
Brick.
you are.
That was
You have
disrespectful, but I
you
got
haven't
you.
you
No,
haven't
you are.
you
No, you
haven't
are. No,
proved the
you are. No,
point
you are.
nor made a purpose, my guy. You ain't done nothing
Bro,
but deflect
Okay.
questions and tell us
Okay.
Every
semantics.
time you do
It's
that little
semantics.
smack,
Got
You
every
you.
time
can't
you
answer
do
the
that
question.
little smack, I know you took a drink, bro. So don't
That's
say
what
I'm
you
being
believe.
disrespectful. Don't say I'm being disrespectful
Right.
when I know
That's what
Right.
you're doing, bro.
Believe that if you want to. I'm cool to the other side of the pillow, bro.
Now he rapping now.
All
Come
right,
on,
bet.
man.
We ain't
I
gonna
just
Like
derail.
want
I
We
to
ain't gonna
said,
say
show me
this
a
derail.
black
question.
community in the
I just
masses.
hey in the chat. I dropped link in the
Don't
chat.
worry about the
Hey,
chat. That's
if
opinions.
you show
Everybody
it, if you
entitled
No,
to
show
their
I
it, he not
dropped
opinion.
the
gonna look
link.
it
I
up.
put a link to your answer in the chat.
If
You
you
asked the
show it to him,
question.
he not gonna look it up. So it don't even
Do
make no
you
sense.
live in a black community?
Do you?
Nah, the question is, do you live
I
in a
don't.
black
I live
community?
in the suburbs.
I
So
asked
you live
him.
in the
Hold on,
hold on, free. So you live in the white man's community, right? That he lets you come rent and rent the land, rent the house, right?
Keyword rent, my nigga.
Oh, all right. I kind of figured that.
Hey fam, Meech, look, my
It's
thing is
good.
he keeps
It's
saying
good.
the shit about
You
the
can't show
community.
me a black community, son,
Bro,
Hold
in
I
the
up,
just
bro.
map
Look,
hold
look,
on,
form.
look.
bro,
Look,
hold on.
bro. This what I'm saying, bro.
He want
He
to keep
keeps saying you
hold on.
can't show him a black community, but the literal definition of community is people living in a group of people living in like, come on, bro. If we live around a bunch of black folks, that's a black community. If
Oh,
we
that
in a
would be.
group with the same characteristics, that's a
I
Hmm.
bet you
black
them. I
community.
bet you them.
That's
I
black
bet you them white
residents.
folks won't come live in a black community or black resident. Nigga,
They're
fuck
not
is you
trying
talking about?
to. The
You
black
just
people
said
trying to
black
move where they are.
residents? Bro, click PTI. That's the literal definition of a community. I just told you if people living in a community together and they black and
Hmm. That's right.
Listen,
Right.
he want niggas to own the hospital. Can a black
see,
when a
hold on,
black
hold
man
on.
own
That's
the
what I
Black
hold
hospital?
on,
Wall Street was a
hold
black
on, fat,
community.
hold on, fat,
Black
because
Wall Street was a community.
I asked him to give me an example of another. Give me an example of a white community. Give me an example. Give me an example where where it's a white community, or give me an example where it's a Chinese community, or give me an example of a Mexican community, a Latino community. Give me an example, bro. Give me an exact place where they own everything and everything is theirs. Give me an example, bro.
I can't. I can't give
Okay,
it to you. There it
I know,
is. You
I
got
know,
me. You got
I know,
me.
I know
You
you
got
can't.
It
me.
ain't
Keep believing
nobody's
that you
trying
live
to
in a
So
black
get
what?
community,
nobody's
though.
trying to get you, but you saying it.
You got
You
me. You got
saying it
me.
like, bro,
I see the semantics that's being played. It's
ain't
all
no
good. If you
Somatics.
semantics.
think that you live in the black community,
Every
you're
time you
sadly
get walked,
mistaken.
every
You
time you
don't.
get walked
You're
down, you
black
got to bring up
residents.
semantics. Every
You're
I
time
Yo,
you
like
black
get
when
walked down,
I
you
residents
start
told
that
y'all.
live in
talking.
the area.
Yo,
I told
You don't
y'all
control
earlier.
nothing that's in your
Man,
community.
you're a renter living in the suburbs, my nigga.
Hey, yo, hold up, hold up. I told
I
y'all
pay
earlier.
mortgage where we live, son. I don't know what you talking about. You all right?
you pay them
I
taxes too,
told,
though, don't you? You pay them
Yes, I
taxes.
do.
All
I
right, then.
told
And
y'all
so do
earlier.
you. So do
I
you.
told, I told y'all
hey,
So
you
do
earlier.
said
you.
you
And you
said
don't
you was
own
renting
nothing
a home.
where you live
Yo,
at, and you still pay taxes.
hello.
What you want me to? What you want? What you need to show? A bank statement?
Hold
What you
on,
need to
free.
see? Nah, cause
Why
he
you
said
Hold
I'm
on.
black.
getting your feelings? Here we
Nah, he's
go.
you, cause you threw.
Calm down, black man.
Hold on, cause you threw out that I don't own nothing. What you need to see?
Calm down.
Oh,
It's
okay. I
all
thought
right.
so. I thought so.
Calm down. It's all right. Calm down.
Hey, yo, I
Cause
told y'all.
you elevating your voice don't mean nothing to me, son. It
Hey,
don't mean
yo.
nothing.
Can you tell us about some social
Hey, hold
media
on,
shit, my nigga?
Ray, hold on. I told y'all earlier, man. Y'all have to stop feeding a fire. Cause we go into the you see, we on the subject of is social media destroying our black community. We went from that
And I'll say
to
yes, it is.
now we trying
Hold
to
on, Brick.
this we trying to
How
do
can he say social media is destroying the black community, but he's saying ain't no such thing as black community? Come on, man. What we doing here,
Here
man?
you go, playing semantics. You don't have no community to
You
be
said
destroyed.
that. Bro,
hey
that nigga
yo,
gotta be drunk. He gotta be drunk. You right,
that's
free. My
see
bad.
that's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. I tell y'all all the time. I told y'all earlier, and I'm telling y'all. I told y'all yesterday, and I'm telling y'all now. You have to distinguish when somebody is not in their right mind on the stage. And
Brick,
this is what's happening.
Brick,
Bro,
you
bro,
you funny right now, son.
don't brick me. Don't brick me
You
right
funny
now.
right now, son.
Don't brick me. I'm funny right now. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what it is, bro.
Kareem is
Like
cool, cooler than the fan,
this,
B.
yo, you turned this whole thing into a Kareem show. That's what you did, bro. That's what you did. And you do that all the time. That shit fucks the stage up, bro. Hello? Yeah, like we talking about we got a title and a subject and a room title, bro. This ain't the Kareem show. Stop doing that, bro. This my this my first. I'm not gonna keep talking and I'm not gonna raise my voice. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. Keep going with the title, man. Straight up.
I'm and I'm just doubling back on the same thing. Like, okay, we're asking, is social media the problem? Now, if we're going to take the viewpoint, if anyone is going to take the viewpoint that social media is a problem, then we have to goddamn hold the creator of social media accountable. We can't just say, if people would use it right, that's what the fuck a trap is for. A trap is for you not to see it. So if we could see all the traps, we wouldn't be nowhere near in the position we're in right now. We're in this position because there's a game being played above our understanding. So what we have to do when we connect is we have to put understanding to this shit, put the pieces to the puzzle so we can navigate. That's why we all here bringing these brilliant minds together to say, hey, this is what it is and this is what we could do. If we can't go through the first step of just pointing the finger at the problem, where the fuck is we gonna go?
I mean, I look at it like this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you saying? You got validity to what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying. But again, I just think that social media does have its benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we can always point the finger at the, you know what I'm saying, at the root cause, because when there is a problem, there always is a root cause of that problem. I just believe that when you have something of this magnitude, because this social media is bigger than the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just our community. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when we take the negative and the positive and what we're doing, you really, you know, and this is my opinion, you can't really, you know what I'm saying, like just say it's fucking up our community because we have it's shit that we see that white people do. You know what I'm saying? They do just as much as crazy shit as we do on here,
The,
on these
the
social
thing,
media sites.
the thing I say, this shit desensitizes us from all type of shit, man. From from love to women, we be lusting over the shit we see on this motherfucker. Shit, from the humanity of not watching people get beat the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? That shit, that's what I think it does. It desensitizes black people and all other people on earth. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Ray, but have we been desensitized before social media? And the reason why I say that is because at young ages we see a lot of things well, I'm gonna just say some of us saw a lot of things we wasn't supposed to see at early ages. Children shouldn't see. Let me put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that right there starts of the desensitization, if that's a word, but I don't think so. I just made that up.
Hey,
It's
Brick,
Yeah,
can I ask you a
I think
question?
I think this one
yo,
exposes
don't
it
talk to
more
me,
though.
bro.
You know what I'm
Don't talk to
saying?
me, bro. Don't talk to me, man. Please leave me alone, man. Respectfully. Go ahead, Ray.
See, that's that corny shit right
Man,
there,
see,
son. Word up.
God damn, my nigga, he don't want to talk to you, my nigga.
Go ahead, Ray.
Talk to me, Brick. Talk to me, Brick.
No, I just say I think it exposes us quicker. Social media does, man. That's it.
I mean, you right, but you know what though? I think for a younger crowd, it brings it to them. I think it desensitize them quicker. And to your point, yeah, that makes you right because kids can see something on on their phones or their tablets or their computer and think nothing of it. They can see a nigga get hit up and not have that. Damn, that's fucked up. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like versus
Hell yeah.
us seeing that and be like, damn, that shit fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, so what you saying? Yeah, you right. You right. You right.
Shit, it's the same. With that concept, it's the same with when they're younger, they just don't give a fuck. Like, even about bugs, they'll play with bugs when they babies. But when they grow up, like, for example, me, I used to, like, catch crawdads. But now, I don't want to touch no motherfucking fish, like, period. That shit, like, weird to me. Like, cicadas, I used to grab cicadas, grasshoppers. When I grew up, though, it's like, I ain't fuck with that shit. But it's like, when you young, I just feel like when you young, you don't really, I guess, desensitized right there. Because you, like you said, you don't know no better. So if you do show them some shit like a murder and they kids, they not gonna be sensitive. Unless they see you look like, ooh, then they gonna know that was something bad because mama just said ooh or something like that.
But like, do we do we look at the things along the way? See, I'm always like that, I guess. Like you just said, they desensitize, but that don't just happen. That's a process that makes our youth for a whole generation. We're not just talking about my kids or your kids. We're talking about a whole generation of black youth desensitized. We gotta identify how.
Shit, what I believe, I think they gotta be rooted. That's just what I'm saying. They gotta know shit. Even when they're young, you can embed that in them. You know, shit, when they get like four, they'll already be like, oh shit, that's bad. I ain't supposed to do that. Or damn, he failed. That's not funny to laugh at. Like shit like that. Just teach them right and wrong at a young age. Heavy. Not just no little bitty teaching, like heavy. They gotta have foundation. No foundation is gonna fall every time.
That's a fact. I mean, because it's like you know, with them, see, this is how I see it. With them seeing things early, it starts that snowball effect of separating reality from fiction to non-fiction. You know what I'm saying? Like the fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like social media, TV. It be hard for them to separate that shit. So that's why they really don't have that feeling of damn. Cause you know you when you see certain things, you have that feeling of damn, yo, that's crazy. And it's like kids nowadays, in my opinion, don't have that. You know, and it's crazy. And could I equate that to social media? Maybe. Could I equate that to an environment? Maybe. But it's like, you know, it speeds the process up and it starts the snowball effect.
That's a good way of putting it, God. Like speed the process up. Like they add to it. Like we were saying about other stuff. A lot of this shit is gonna be there already. Uh, like I told when you're young and you starting to feel like you know some shit, you start saying cliche shit. And so I said to Mama one time, uh, I ain't scared to die. We all gonna die. And she was like, yeah, but you can rush your time, little nigga. And that fucked my head up. Like I wasn't expecting that comeback. So it's like that with everything. Like shit's gonna be there already because it's the way of the world. But then there's things put in place to like Brick just said to kind of speed that shit up. And then that's where I be having a problem at. Like I feel like it's like we was talking about earlier when we was talking about the not wanting to fight and shit. We was talking about the pride. The reason why people grab a gun because they pride be on the line and shit like that. I think it's the same way with us with information. We such a prideful people to look at ourselves as some type of we got taken advantage of, or we was some type of victim, or really got outsmarted or got outplayed. We don't like to admit that. And so it be spaces where the solution lies in the space where we got to admit they got us. And I just think we don't like admitting that.
Thank you, General. Thank you very much for that statement. Because what I would keep reiterating to the room is one simple thing. Forget everybody else for a second. Let's stick to black and white. We've been here oppressed for 500 years almost, or plus. I don't know the exact number at this point, but around about 500 years. We should know the adversary more than anybody else. And they keep doing the same thing to us, and we keep holding them accountable for their actions when we know where the white man is coming from. There's no illusions, there's no misconceptions. We know that his job is to oppress us because he's inferior to us. And if we ever get up, it's like the Bugs Life movie. If we ever get up, he knows that we will take over this whole thing. So there's obstacles that he put in place to keep us in this dysfunction. Like I said before, when it came to the kids, the dad's not at home, the moms have the kids. All right, you can keep the kids, but I'm gonna make sure you work so much that the kids will either be raised by the television, like some of us was, or social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you won't have no input because you're working so much to keep a roof overhead, a place of existence to resonate or residency. You don't have no community just because a bunch of y'all live there. You don't own nothing that's there. There's other people that come in and profit off of your residency that where you live and your demographic. So we don't have no black community. So yes, you can keep blaming the white man, but at some point, General, I'm talking to you because they said don't speak to them.
Man, I'm gone.
500 years, bruh. We know their game. When do we get some kind of
Hey man, hey,
Hold
why are
on,
we
let him
studying
finish.
under the?
Please let him land. Please let him land. Please.
you picked yourself up by the bootstraps, General, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. I picked myself up and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And these are individuals. But CMB is supposed to be a collective of people that come through the same resignation. And we're all trying to see the best in us. Get your LLC, start your business. It's a great segue, but it's still in the minor form because on the major level, most people are gonna stay worker bees. Hell, to be honest with it, most people gonna stay worker bees that have to do with the 9 to 5. I still have a 9 to 5, but I got a business over here thanks to this room.
I agree with you, Kareem. A lot of folks
Okay.
do want to be 9 to 5ers.
Okay. So hold on for a second, Kareem. Now, let's. Nothing I'm saying is to be contentious or to beef with you or nothing like that. Just hear
I
me
just
out.
want to hear your honest opinion because you give nothing but honesty, so we can rock with that. I'm not getting emotional about it at all.
What you just said to us, you said there's obstacles put in place. That's one thing you said to keep us out of sync. Then another thing you said is we know we don't have our own communities. Black people don't have our own communities. So let's deal with just those two statements. When you
Right.
say there's obstacles put in place to keep us out, and black folks do not have their own community in a country that they built, what you're describing is systematic oppression.
Correct.
Hold on, guys. Just hold on, guys. Hold on. I let you rock for 10 minutes. Just hold on.
Go ahead. You got it. You got it.
What you're describing to us, you just ain't calling it that. You're describing systematic oppression. You're describing white supremacy. But then in the same argument, you're telling us don't use those things as an excuse. The things that you're telling us is in place to fuck us up. You're telling us don't talk about it, but you're talking about it. So it's not that we disagreeing with what you're saying. It's that you can't hold both ends of the candle, bro. Either you understand systematic oppression or you don't. If you understand systematic oppression, then we can't have conversations like don't blame the white man. Until we deal with systematic oppression, how the fuck we not going to talk about it?
Thank you for your response. My whole thing is when I get up and those that I know, the small circumference of people that we know, we don't put it on that. We do what we supposed to do. We know when we wake up every morning as a black man that's a hated in this corporation, and we are already fighting before we get out our door, before our kids, our babies, and our wife to go out into the world to make money, to be the protectors and providers that we are. 500 years, General. 500 years. And you with the Black Panther Party for self-defense, to defend ourselves. You should know this more than anybody in this room. We already know the fight that we're facing, but because the obstacles won't coming our way, we're gonna allow it to keep us holding us down, and we don't reach those peace. We're gonna say the white man did it. What about we
Now
didn't do enough? What about
now
we
let me
didn't do
respond
enough?
to the Black Panther part. Let me respond to the Black Panther part because
Go
you
ahead.
using that as an example. You got to understand the reason why I'm a Black Panther is the opposite of what you said. If our people actually understood what you just explained, they wouldn't need the Black Panthers. The reason why we exist is because this white boy, it ain't like he just played one game and never changed it. Every 5 years, he upped the ante. He switched the game. He add technology. He add new people. He's not just doing one thing. This is an evolution of oppression, just like anybody else. If you ruled a kingdom 100 years ago, you can't rule it the same way 100 years later. So this is an evolving thing that makes people like me necessary. If if you just said we all understand what's going on. If we all understood what's going on, we wouldn't need the Black Panthers and we probably wouldn't be in CMB. We're in places like this because we don't all get it. We in places like this because we still trying to figure some shit out. So we gotta start with what's prevalent. Yeah, hold ourselves accountable. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of that. But when we decide to take a day to hold his ass accountable, we can't be against that.
Again, I don't know whether I'm speaking in another language or I'm being not being understood. We know where he's coming from. We got ops. We got enemies. We put more diligence in knowing that that side don't with us, and we can dissect and we can strategize about what the people that look like us don't resonate with us or where we stand on whatever grounds that is. But we already know the white man ain't gonna never be our friend. That kumbaya, that integration, all that shit that fucked us up. That's something different. But we're in 2023. No other ethnicity. You can say the immigrants, the migrants, whatever you want to call them. They come over here, they put the work in. Don't worry about the white man. Okay, you give me, all right, there it is. 5 years, I ain't gonna tax you, right? But whatever you do, we ain't gonna tax you. So they put the work in. They come into the same places that you and I live, get a business, make money off of our dollar. Remember this fact, there's nothing else. The black woman is the major consumer that if she stops spending her money, this whole cookie operation falls down. Not the black man. We are so far removed. Am I lying? Is the black woman not the number one consumer in the United States of America?
You can't. The black
Is the black
race,
woman the number one
the
consumer?
black
That's all
race,
I'm asking.
the black race is the number one consumer. You can't just put it on all. Can't always just dump on the queens. The black race is the number one consumer.
Again, can
Not
you show me different? You do all this research. You got this knowledge. Show me where the black man and the black woman is equivalent on their spending habits.
I
Nine
can
times out
show
of
you.
10, where does the black woman get her money from?
No matter where she gets her money from, she's the number one
All
consumer.
right then. Nah, you can't use that, bro.
Come on, yo. Come on, yo.
When you look it up, it says the black The African American spends
Hmm.
1 point whatever trillion on goods and services. It doesn't say
Right,
the black. It says the black race. It says we as a
right.
whole
And that's
spend
the
more.
overall concept. They add the black men in, but the black woman's the number one consumer of products on this in this corporation. You're not gonna get away from that.
I
That's
don't
why
have
they don't.
to because I
That's
don't.
why
I
they don't matter if they put us in jail or not. The economy won't fall if the black man don't spend a dollar tomorrow. But if the black woman change her spending habits up, it will.
who buy more cars and houses?
The
I'll
black
wait.
man. The black man.
The black who?
The black man.
So if the black man, if we're the number one consumers in America, and the black man buy more cars and houses than the black woman, then who's spending the most money?
The
Come
black
on, bro.
woman.
You gotta.
The black woman.
Huh?
Anybody want to go
Yo,
do
this nigga count. You counting
Hey, hey,
grocery shopping?
hey,
You do
Dave.
all that
go ahead?
extra shit.
Got it. Got
Hey,
it.
hey,
Got it.
Kareem. Hey,
Got
Kareem.
it. Got it.
I ain't negating your point, but when you say something and throw something out
Something
there,
out there.
you are
You are
responsible for
responsible
showing the
for showing
source
the
or proof.
source for proof.
You can't
You
say
can't
something and
say
then say, "Oh, somebody go show me where the black man." Like that's crazy, bro.
Hey yo, can I say something real quick? You know the black woman. You know where they get these statistics from? The black woman spends $1.2 billion each year on hair products. That's what the black woman mainly spends her money on. I'm laying my plane on that.
I think the whole me personally, the argument is divisive. If we as a if it's the black man or the black woman, shit, a lot of them black houses with the black women that's spending all the goddamn money got a black husband. So like, why we trying to separate the two all the time? That's more division. I'm not with that. We as a whole spend too goddamn much money with our enemy. Why we gonna slide her under the bus? Most of the time we with her, or we giving her the money to do it, or whatever the fuck. We together in this shit, man. Fuck the division shit. If the black woman spend too much goddamn money, that's a problem for the black man. We not excluded. Just well, that's her problem. Shit, she on the other side of the couch. Shit, it's my problem too. If that's the case,
That's a whole fact.
the thing is, like I said, I just think we in that space where things is starting to outwardly look like we got a better existence. We still slaves and don't own shit, but outwardly it looks like we got a better existence. If you, according to Dr. Clark Anderson, we still we still are worth the same amount. We make the same amount of money we made uh, when they let us out of slavery. We got the same amount of ownership, rather. We got the same amount of ownership we had when they released our ass from slavery. We own that much percentage of this country in 400 years. That's how much we've accomplished as far as land grabbing. Not buying a house. I'm talking about owning land. Big ass chunks of land where you can put up supermarkets and shit like that. Where's the black malls at? Where's the black mall? See, I ain't talking about all black people work there. I'm talking about black people built it and received all the proceeds from it. Which mall is that? Which car dealership, like one of the major car dealers, is all black? Which airport? We don't got none of them joints, bro. We barely got grocery stores feeding ourselves. We don't even have a black grocery store in our neighborhoods. Not in every neighborhood, I'm saying. So this is really where we're supposed to be at. We don't own shit. And it's a reason why. It's not because we're not smart. Something's being done. Let's figure out what that is. It ain't all just bad business. We need to investigate. Have it been some black people that got into the spaces we talking about? What happened to them? Okay, let's learn from that. What are we facing? CMB is growing. Everything's getting smarter and sharper, and it's going to turn into all these different things. What's ahead of us? This the stuff we got to know. We can't just be like, well, no, it ain't nothing bothering us but us. No, fuck that. It's always been, this is war. Who the fuck got an enemy that ain't putting shit in place for you? This is war.
General, didn't you say at a point earlier, I think last year, that sometimes the hardest fight that you fight is fighting for your people?
Shit, that's gonna always be the hardest fight. Yes, sir.
I'm done with the conversation. Thank you.
I was trying. I got nothing. Go for it, Ted.
Not to drop the mic.
Yeah, I don't know what to say on that one. Okay, but hey, uh, slide up in here and say, I respect everybody points, but yeah, General, you on something? What you were saying though? You on something?
What's
What's
up,
up,
brother
brother
Joe?
Joe? You know,
Yes, I don't say.
now you on the you. Shit. I'm shit. I'm in the car with you, man. That's what I'm saying. You on something? Like we, it's a lot of shit we still got to figure out, and we just don't know yet. But we all can come to a conclusion that just based on social media alone, like I said earlier, it's doing what it was designed to do, and everything else what you're saying, General, is also as well designed to do what it's supposed to do. Once again, I'm gonna say it again. We just gotta find out how to crack that code.
And I still think you had the dopest statement of the evening. I'm still standing on that. Up to this point, I feel like that was the dopest statement, and it was brief than a motherfucker. Shit, but it's like all of these things, like you just said, are doing what they designed to do, and that I just feel like we can't be scared to say that. We can't keep like, yeah, cool, yeah, take some accountability, blame ourselves. But if too much blaming ourselves turns into that us against each other thing, because then we just keep start finding fault. Well, if he hadn't did this, it wouldn't have been like that. Well, maybe he did that for a reason other than what you understand. That's what really be the underlying of me.
What makes a group of young individuals that have alleged firearms post a video to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever may have you, all the platforms that allow it to be put up? What makes them do that? To show what to the world? Because when you put that video up, it goes viral, correct? You're trying to get off a message. You want to get something identified with yourself or some level of status or respect to the masses that, or like if I get money, let's say, I'm on my
Man,
bed.
hey
Hey,
Kareem, hey, could I say
can I
something?
say something? Yeah.
Hold on, pro.
Hold
Hold
on,
on,
bro.
pro.
Hold on, bro.
These young niggas do that shit nowadays the same way niggas used to can't wait till they got them fresh pair of shoes they got to show them bitches to everybody in school. It's the same shit. Instead of them showing off their shoes now, they showing off their guns.
So you
That's
want
it.
social acceptance amongst your peers? Is that correct?
It ain't got to be social acceptance. It's just
So
showing a
what is your
motherfucker
reasoning
what
to
you
show it?
got.
I mean, that's y'all both saying the same thing. Social acceptance. He wording it fancy, guy. He saying the same thing you saying, fam. That's same thing, guy. So, but you said something in your statement though, Kareem. You said they're putting these guns on social media. So that's see. It's so quick to overlook the fat ass elephant in the room. Why are teenagers allowed to put firearms on social media? Why isn't there some type of block or restriction on that? Why don't they instantly get flagged and took to fucking jail? The same reason why they got fucking pedophile shit in certain Facebook groups. They got fucking bestiality groups fucking in Facebook. We have reported both, and in both times we got no, and we did it as a group. And in both times we got back messages that said they have not violated any of the fucking code and policies and standards or whatever the fuck, however they worded it. So we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Why is the fuck shit allowed in the first place? And
Good
then we can
question,
get to
Ben.
why the kid, and then real quick, and I land. And then after we deal with that, we could deal with why do our children feel that the only way that they can, or one of the major ways to become socially acceptable, is a firearm bigger than their fucking body. That's a thing that needs to be dealt with.
Okay, you want to see? You want to ask why? Because he, it's no fun when the rabbit has the gun, right? But if you present a image, it will resonate with others that want to be a part of that same image, directly or indirectly. It's almost like putting money to your ear. Jay-Z said, putting money to your ear is something that we don't want to hear. That's that old school guy. He don't. He's out of touch. He's out of place. But the real money people never do that shit. The Bill Gates of the world, the Elon Musk of the world, they don't put no money to their ear. That only resonate with us in the urban community for status formation. And there's other kids that may be broke. They want to send to doing the same type of behavior that you're doing. So that's why they allow it to be dysfunction.
No.
We're never
Social media.
we're never going to go away from what the white man allows and don't allows. Hell, he allowed us to march through the streets and say we shall overcome. In 2023, we sing the same song: "No justice, no peace." But at some point, when do we stop blaming him? We know where he coming from. It's like a op. You know, if you go bust a shot in his hood, you know they're gonna try to get one back on you in your hood. And I'm on the sideline. I ain't even on the front line like some people are or was previously. We know where the white man coming from. This is the point I'm trying to get across. We know his position. He's our adversary. He's our enemy. He's the devil, whatever you want to describe him as. But there's the people that come against you look like you more so. I ain't worried about a white man gunning me down. I worry about every day when my kids go out their door that another person that look like them be the reason why they're not here no more.
Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Every day you worried about your kids
Lack
who
of resources.
go outside,
It's lack of resources.
your
Go ahead.
kids who go outside and
Go ahead.
get shot by somebody that look like them.
Mm,
And you said lack of resources?
yeah, lack of resources. We don't have it in the plentiful because what we heard in this room more times than not, if we had the resources,
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're
see,
not
there
doing
you
that.
go.
Fuck that. That's how drama stay started. Fuck what we heard in this room in the past. You said lack of resources. Now give us your opinion, Kareem's opinion, on why there's a lack of resources that's leading to this behavior. I'm assuming is what you're saying. You're saying a lack of resources is creating this behavior, I'm assuming. So now we need to hear from Kareem's perspective. Why is there a lack of resources?
Okay,
How is that affecting us?
here it is. Our women are going to school and getting educated and getting degrees and getting into the workforce. A lot of the black males are only getting high school degrees and manual labor, and that's being the point of emphasis where they at. Besides the criminal record they may attain that will lock them out of said position, then we're locked out of the jobs. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're saying the black woman is getting into the workforce and she's doing what? I just need to catch that part. You said the black woman.
Between the two genders, the black woman, we already know she's the most educated amongst us, not the
Okay,
most
okay,
educated
okay.
in
I
the
got
land.
you. I got you, God. I got you. You're saying the black woman is higher educated than the black man, so that's creating a void between them in the relationship spectrum. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's also in the workforce because she's like a few dollars behind us, and that's just because we're men. Gender inequality, but we're not going to even go down that path.
Okay, so gender inequality is causing some disruption. Now, why? How is this? How is this a problem for us? How did this become a problem for us? Like I'm not understanding. Like I'm trying to make a connection to where you at, so we can stop saying you wrong and we don't agree and all that shit. So how you figure this is happening?
Because a lot of us, not all of us, a lot of us, a great majority of us, come with baggage, felonies, convictions that will be put us out of said job. Most people that go to jail come home, try to put an application in, and when that line says, "Have you committed a crime or felony in the last 7 years?" you already locked out the job off of your character that you are a felon or person that was involved in the prison system. So there's a biasness to that stops you from getting a job or most
Okay,
jobs. But that don't work for
okay,
the black
so
women that actually going to school and getting these degrees and becoming nurses, doctors, teachers, and lawyers, and every other
so
job status.
so
Go ahead.
from your perspective, I hear that there's a problem with our black men in incarceration, which is leading to lower education than our black women. Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
Okay,
what you're
then you
hearing,
got to explain to me what I missed.
what you're hearing is our black
You just
women are
said,
going to. Again, you said you asked me to respond, so I cannot
okay,
respond.
go ahead, my fault, God. Go ahead, my fault.
The percentage of black men and black women, more black women go to college and get some kind of degree. Most black men after high school, it stops right there. Now, if you got trades and everything else, that number may not even be accountable for, and we're going off the white man numbers. But
Okay,
we can also see that most black women are going to college and getting some kind of degree and getting some kind of career. And then we also know that the black man, like the Latino man, are the kings and first and second most generated people that represent the prison population in this corporation. So when you add that factor in, you have a lot of men that are locked out of jobs just because they have a felony on their record. And then there's little pockets that they can get into, but most don't, and end up being repeat offenders. So again, economically, the
okay,
number
okay. I hear you, God. I hear you, God. Okay, so now, so because of this, this leads to. So now, how is this? This is you're speaking of. You said the Hispanic black male and the Hispanic male are the number one and the number two most incarcerated. Um, now, in your opinion, is that systematic or is that because we fuck ups?
is systematic and demographics.
Systematic and demographics. What do you mean by demographics?
People commit crimes where they live, more so than not.
Okay, so you got to keep going with that though. I get it, but I don't. You said it's systematic, and then you said it's demographics, and you said people commit crimes where they live.
Right.
So, but you're not saying enough right there. What does that mean though? What does that
What
translate
that
to?
mean is, if I put crack in your neighborhood, more so than not, majority of the people that's in that place either gonna be one or two people. Either gonna be people that can lock up. Matter of fact, we can lock both of them up. But if I put crack in your hood, one's gonna become a fiend and one's gonna become a seller. And I can lock both of y'all up off of that. Both of that.
Okay, so now if illegal drugs are placed in these neighborhoods, then these people can, like you say, either you become the user or the seller. I can lock you up for the drugs that I put into your neighborhood. That's what you just broke down, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we have the black home being broken by the demographics of incarceration that leads to black men getting lesser job opportunities than black women, which advances. our women to a state that a lot of times we can't achieve, which creates a rift amongst the family. Is that a good? Did I do a good job of breaking down what you just broke down?
Yes, oh, totally. But here's the thing.
Okay, so so so
Hold on.
so
No,
so
no, no,
so
no. Hold on. Because I put
go ahead.
crack in your hood, because I put crack in your hood, you had an option to sell it to your people or not.
Nice try, nice try, nice try, nice try, nice try.
No,
Hey,
it's
you know
not a
what
nice
though?
try.
I love I respect that. I respect that last ditch effort. But here's what you just took.
When
Here's
crack was
well,
put
hold
into
on,
the
bro. Hold
communities,
on,
no,
bro. I
come on,
let you
General, don't
rock.
do
Can I
it.
talk now? I let you rock. Can I speak now, please, sir? I've been listening to you for the last 15 minutes. I timed it. It's been 15 minutes. So now, for the last 15 minutes, what you just did in your own way was blame the white man.
Not
I
at
just want
all.
you to know that. That's what you
Not at
just
all. That's
did.
disrespectful.
And then I ain't cut you off none, bro. And then at the end, when you smelt it, then you tried to throw in there, but you had the right to sell it. No, that's not what you put in your initial breakdown. So all I'm saying is this right here. No matter how hard you try, you can't get away from the fact that what we have to deal with is systematic, bro. So all that other stuff you talking is fine. But what really just happened is you just agree with every fucking thing I've been saying. I just allowed you to say it.
Again, no, I didn't. Once again, I will tell you, like I said from the start of this conversation, I am tired of black men blaming the white man for his demise when we are only
Hey,
our
that
own
was nice,
sum
y'all.
eight lives.
That was nice.
There it is. There it is. The white
So
man has
what
no
you
control over
doing
you.
about it, Kareem? Because this the question I just wanted to ask the room.
You know what I'm doing about it?
Why do we always have these debates and these conversations are needed because people need understanding and all that. Cool. But we get stuck in this place where we debating schematics when we already agree on the common denominator, which is the damage done. So why not focus on what we can do to reach people who don't have a clue instead of throwing jazz back and forth? I think it's this. I think it's that.
There's a have and have nots. I've been saying this, and like, I'll stand on it because I said it in the room when it started, and they allowed me to come in. There's a have and have nots. Some people ain't gonna never get it. Point blank in your community that look just like you. There's a demographic of our people. You can try to go to 10 of them, and you might be able to say one. I'm for the streets. I'm with the streets. The streets is my life. That's what they're gonna live and die by the ways of their behaviorism in said place. All you can do is
We can
reach out
all
for
agree
those
on
like
that.
minds. All you can do is reach out for the like minds, but you cannot keep blaming the white man for it. How is it that every other ethnicity come over here and don't blame them, and we got 500 years of being in this chess game?
Bro, you the only
Either the
one
CMB,
white
keep
I
man
saying
that
that.
disagree
smart
with you,
or we
man.
that we as a people.
You stuck in that thought process for argument's sake. Ain't nobody blaming the white man. Everything we've been saying
Yes,
is
y'all
what you
do.
just broke down.
You just said it
Everything.
yourself.
You just blame the white man. You just tried to say it slickly. You just blame the white man. Your whole reason why we ain't got is because the white man is locking us up and put crack in our neighborhoods. That's what you just said. And then you said our queens are getting pushed to the forefront of education while brothers, and then you went to the job application and you broke down how we don't get a chance in the job applications is bogus because soon as we put a felony on there, we in trouble. So you damn sure just blame the white man. You just didn't say it like that. So it's like what
So
Pro
say
Boss
what I
was just
said.
saying.
Don't imply
What Pro
anything,
Boss was
General.
just saying
You
is
supposed to be
we
the
have
general,
to
bro.
have.
You supposed to be head of
Damn,
the
bro.
army, brother. You're the general. Do not imply things that wasn't said. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't make up your semantics. What you basically said. Say what I said and
Bro,
stand
the
on
whole
that.
room just heard what you said.
All
You look
right,
at
bro.
some of the PTRs, you missed it. You weren't paying attention. The whole room just heard
I'm
what you
paying
said
very
and
much
they enjoyed
attention.
it.
Hey, I'm gonna start off at the whole. It started off when you said system divine or something, and that's when it's blowed up. And
And
when
I
you look at that,
also said we have 500 years in this system. Our ancestors went through this. We couldn't even get on the front of, we couldn't even get on a bus to the front side, or we couldn't even have equal rights to be even worked. We was thought of as one third of a man, not even a human being. And here we are in 2023 still blaming the white man. We can't get up. They still doing this. The
Do
obstacles
do
in the
you
way. Do
care?
you
Do
care?
you
Do
care?
you care? I do care.
Then what you doing about it other than complaining? Because you just sat there and said, "Oh, the mentality of some of us in the hood is, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and it ain't worth your time." It is worth your time if you care. It is
I
worth your time.
I am also a mentor to some young men and women.
But I ain't talking about the ones that's easy to listen. I'm talking about the ones that you got to try a different approach to. How you just gonna give up on this one?
You can
You see what I'm
lead a
saying?
fish to water, but you
That's
can't
more
make them think.
important than debating back and forth about where the shit come from. Is what I'm saying.
We are in a never-ending battle of two things. Since the topic of this whole thing is social media a bad construct to the black community and what you believe in. You got that when older age and maturity. It was a time you thought like the same person that you're talking to,
How
if
you
not
know that
worse.
Yeah,
though? That's not. You don't know
Pro
that to be
boss,
a fact, bro.
pro
Oh
boss,
God,
pro boss.
no.
Pro boss. What I was gonna say though, guy, is what you speaking of. You ain't wrong, guy. You speaking of the evolution. Like we kind of new in the discussion. So when you start, like we're an hour in, the early points of this type of discussion is gonna be like everybody kind of pitching their shots. You know what I mean? And then we hoping to get to a space where we can do what you talking about and start getting to the solution part. But it's now everybody just giving their perspective on the initial problem that the initial question that was raised.
Agreed, bro. But how many times, honestly, have we been stuck in this space for hours? Session after session after session after session.
Okay, so what you suggest, brother?
I'm saying what we gonna do about it. I feel like we got critical minds in here, great thinkers, great
Well,
opinions.
come on with it
What
then.
let's
Don't
let
talk about
why
it. Come on
I
with
just
it.
asked, why do we keep debating over the common denominator that we can all agree to? The damage is
And we
done. What we doing to fix it? Yeah, discussions are needed for understanding. Cool, but I just feel like we get stuck in a space back and forth about irrelevancy.
and I agree with you. So what I'm saying is, instead of even fuck what we talking about, come on with it. Come on with the solutions, guy. Come
So
on with your
based off of this
perspective. Fuck what we
conversation
talking
right
about.
here, I would suggest, Kareem, you doing mentorship for younger people or people that's listening to you. That's cool. That's great. Don't give up on the motherfucker who shoo you away. I ain't trying to say beat them in the head over the shit, but the fight is the fight. And we can't be selective with the fight if we care. I ain't trying to kill a conversation or nothing, but I do want to move forward because we got great chemistry and I think we can do better. I think we can do more.
Salute to you, pro boss. Well said, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
bro.
Oh shit, y'all in trouble. Gun raised her hand.
Let them have it, gun. Let them have it.
Let's go, guy.
Welcome down, gun.
I don't know. I just get. I'm just listening, and like I hear Cream, and I guess I just don't understand where he like doesn't hear himself, and what you're saying, and how you're agreeing, but you're disagreeing just to make a point. And I think that really all it says is that like General is like he goes over the same thing because I think it's clear that people don't really get it. And if we don't really recognize where we came from, we can't get nowhere. And the simple fact that we're having this conversation and it's like kind of like going on deaf ears is like the prime example as to why General does the shit. So like I think that that's the confusing part for me. So I'm just trying to understand, like, if you get all of these points, if you see what's going on in the community, if you see how it's affecting people, if you can see that men make more money than women, but you're saying that women spend more of the money. It's just like where does the cycle then go? How do we fix it if we don't deal with the systems that are put in place to keep us where we're at right now? I guess that's my only question.
Well said. Again, the first part of that that we can find solutions to is remove the white man, the boogeyman, the pale set by the door individual that's doing this to us. We already know the point of emphasis that I'm coming from is that we can go through numbers, we can go through social constructs, we can go through what is being imposed on us. There's more millionaire black people than there ever was, but you don't see the change. Dr. Claude Anderson said or up until this point, our generational wealth, our wealth haven't moved an inch. So what is the problem? We didn't fought for rights. We didn't protest. We didn't did all of that. And they didn't change laws that they gave us affirmative action. So where you just because you are black, we have to consider you, even though we know where they're coming from. They don't even want us to be there. Where I live at right now, had I not worked to be here, or put the money together to be here and everything that came with it, I wouldn't even be accepted in this community. But then there's the majority. I'm in the minor. I'm in the minor. It's always about you. Yes, it is always about me. Because I ain't gonna let nobody tell me that if you work hard enough and you put in due diligence and keep yourself in the right form of fashion, that you can't be in the sense of where you want to be. The people that's like me, that look like me and you, when they get to the places where they want to be, do you really think about them thinking about those that didn't make it? I started off a long time ago in this room with a concept that is very prevalent and it's a hard pill to swallow. There's the have and have nots. Everybody not going where you want to go. There will be casualties. We're in a systematic war, we're in a spiritual war, we're in a financial war, and we always keep blaming the white man for us all not being able to make it there. So, what do you do for those of us that put the work in and choose to be the other side of the coin? We know the white man is oppressing us. We know there's obstacles in the way, and we fight diligently to go over those obstacles every day because we make it. Now we get ostracized because we did what we supposed to do, or we supposed to say, nah, because our other brothers couldn't make it. The white man keep them in place. And
See,
it's
bro,
systematic design. I'm talking to the sister. In a utopia of thought, we is the collective, but it ain't gonna happen. They're so they're. What about the trauma of some people? That the trauma of what they came from, and in these communities, that most people, if they hit the lottery today or tomorrow, they moving out. They leaving the hood. They leaving the community that they was brought up around. The same people that was. I live in a multicultural environment. I'm black. I've been around Indians, white people, Guatemalans, whatever may have you. All of us, all we are good people that keep trying to do the best for ourselves. Now, if I could bring somebody to where we live, I would do it. I would. But they have to have something in themselves that is not going to keep playing that same old woe is me. The white man keep holding me back. We know where he coming from. 500 years.
Okay, okay, bro. Listen. If we knew where he was coming from, what the fuck is we talking about? Like this shit is crazy. You just went on that long ass rant, and I respectfully, I'm saying that I ain't trying to disrespect you, but what I'm saying is
You
this right
already
here.
did. You already did. You just did, brother.
If we
It's
know
good.
where the white
Y'all
man
keep
is
doing
coming
what
from,
y'all doing. Kareem gonna
if
keep doing
we
what he
know,
doing. It's
if
good,
we
sir.
know, if we know where the white man is coming from, how in the hell can you look around America and see what you see? You're not looking at a people that know what the fuck is going on. When you see all of this poverty, when you see all of this fucking death and murder and all this shit, and you think that this is the people who know what's going on, that's going outside blowing each other brains out. This is the people who really know what's going on. The- bro, broken homes, all this shit that's going on. And this is happening because we are people who understands what's happening to us. You gotta be fucking kidding me, King. Like, no, we don't know what's going on.
Got you.
You keep talking
Got
about
you.
for 400
Got
years
you.
we've been
After
knowing.
500
No,
years, you don't know what's going on. Then it is what
how
it
could
is.
you know what's going on? If we knew what was going on, it wouldn't be happening. This is a no-brainer. If we knew what was going on, if we understood it in its entirety, how could it still be happening?
General, do
You
you
talk
know
to
what's
people
going on?
every single day that don't
General,
get
do you
it.
know what's going on? You know what's going on, right, General?
I'm one person.
Your
How
queen
many
came on
black people
stage.
are in
Hold on,
America?
hold on. Your queen came on stage. She know what's going on, right?
How many black people are in America?
We-
That's what I need to know. Because me and my queen is two people, and you make a
Right,
third. How many
right.
black
So three of
people
us
are
know.
in America?
And
We got
CMB,
how
you
many
add
people
another
in this
20,
room right
25
now?
people,
How
millions.
many people in
It's
this room
millions
right
of
now?
us.
22. How many people in this room right now? We
Like I
got 10,
said,
15 people and some shit like that in the room right now. And all of us can't agree on the same thing. It's only
I'm gonna agree on
15 of
this.
us.
I'm gonna
It's
agree
only
on this.
15 of us, and we can't agree on certain shit. So how can you talk about we all, the 3 million of us in America, know? Come on, man. We don't know. That's why we had these discussions.
Right. And there's a number of us that will never know. And you have to accept that. When you accept that, we can move the people forward.
Why do I have to accept that? Who says who? I don't have to accept that some of my people are stuck in a state where they don't understand things and there's information that can be administered. Why do I have to accept that?
That sound
General.
real ignorant, Kareem. I'm gonna tell you, it
Okay.
sound real ignorant coming from somebody
Thank
who's
you.
supposed to be intellectually
Thank you.
advanced.
You call it ignorance. I don't adhere to that, but that's your opinion. I respect
We're
that.
saying
500
that
years
there's
in the game?
information.
500 years of oppression? 500 years.
What about it?
500 years.
What about
Hell,
it?
they remind us every day with another different smooth slave movie on TV.
So let me ask,
They show
so
us in
you
the
really
change
don't
form.
care. You
And you
only
don't
care about
understand?
yourself. You only
What
care
we
about
gonna do
yourself,
about
really.
it?
Okay, if that's what you want to believe.
No, I'm
I
asking
miss
you a
the
question.
kids.
I'm just asking you a
And
question.
I kind of want to know, like, what are you mentoring people towards? Like, what do you say to them? Because, like, that kind of scares me a little bit just from this conversation.
I showed them the other side of the coin. Black excellence. Black excellence. I showed them that what they are a part of in their demographic with the Bloods and Crips and all the gangs and all the violence that's in their places where they live, there are people, the unknowns, the working people that actually make benefits of their existence and living circumstances and their financial and spiritual essence. You don't have to be stuck in this place. The welfare they gave you was designed for other people like than you. It was temporary. If you work hard enough, you can achieve. I'm a walking, living testament to this. I don't have to go to show too many people because I came from the same places most of them did and circumstances. I ain't even going to get into my whole life circumstances for this app, but know people. But I do tell them you are greater than what is presented. We live in certain communities where you wake up in the morning, you hope to make it through the day. When I talk to these kids, the thing they say, I hope it to make it to 18. To some of these girls, I hope they don't get pregnant too early. Like my friends and associates, cousins, aunties, whatever may have you, but y'all blame the white man for that shit. We know the game that he plays. So since we know the game, I know the game that he plays. And I try to tell those. Some will hear, some will turn a deaf ear. Now, what's scary is y'all paint this picture of this utopia. Like, we know the problem. We're black. We're going to overcome. Our ancestors said the same thing. And look at us now. We're still complaining about the same shit in 2023.
Let's let the mic
Let's let
flow
the
around
mic.
the room. Let's let the mic flow around
I'm
the room.
done. I'm done.
10 minutes. I just been hearing you. Let's let the mic flow around the room a little
Well,
bit.
hey, it's an open stage. People.
You just running your mouth. If there's other people that want to talk, man. Let the mic flow around the room.
It's
Yeah,
just go ahead, Quinn.
I just hear a bunch of double talking. Like it sounds like Kareem gets it, but it sounds like he definitely doesn't. And like I don't want to use certain words because I don't want to be disrespectful, and that's not what I'm here for. But like certain people say certain shit, and it doesn't actually move anything. It's a setback. Like like there's black people, and then there's people that are willing to like put themselves on the line to be actually be in a space to like move progress forward, but that's a shift of mind. And I think that that's exactly what General does. But I think that there's like this space here where there's like this like coonery and like it fucking hurts my head. And so like it's just like you can point things out. Like we see what's going on, and we're here talking about it, and we're all trying to get to like the end of the tunnel together. And it's like there's certain people that just kind of pluck in and talk about things, but aren't really willing to actually put themselves on the line to actually move anything forward, but just talk shit about the rest of the people who are stuck in the space. Yeah, I don't know. This is too much.
Period.
I'll land.
It's yeah, I'm biased, but that was dope, Quinn. Uh, I just think like if you can't, um, I think it's unfair, but it's your perspective, so I'm not challenging your perspective. But just to say, blame the white man, I don't look at it that way. I think there's a lot of aspects to our oppression. So I just figure at different moments we discuss different things. I'm not going to. I mean, my title speaks for itself. Yes, I'm a Black Panther general, so of course I'm gonna have my feelers are always gonna be examining the structure of white power because that's kind of what I do on a daily basis. But now at the same time, I mean, on multiple occasions, I think people can say they've heard me get on our case about certain things and say, "Well, we slacking that." It's a two-sided coin. Yeah, we be fucking up, but so do he. So I don't feel like why we can talk about us, but we can't talk about him. Sometimes we gotta be because a lot of people scared of that space. Just so brother Kareem understand me, I don't be on no blame the white man. I look at it different. I look at it like swinging on the white man because a lot of people scared. So in my day to day, I encounter a lot of people that wouldn't dare blame the white man. That's why I take initiative and do it. I know people who are talking circles all day long, and what they saying is they blaming the white man, but they just can't come out and say it. So since I be in so many of those circles, I'll be the first one to say, y'all talking about them crackers, man. Stop talking in codes. That's just me. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm gonna point the finger at his ass because most people scared to. But that's not the only place I'm gonna point it. I'm gonna point it at myself, son, too. Shit. But it's many different parts to what the fuck is going on. And I just feel like we need to identify all of them. We could pick a tab, and then like Pro Ball said, if it get exhausted, then we can have a brother like him come in and shift the tab. But I think all of it should be talked about.
Cause and effect is a real thing that just doesn't go away.
And for real, even if I disagree with, let's just say, for example, Kareem, even if that shit frustrate me, firing back at a way to him that's maybe, challenging or condescending even, ain't progressive. I don't want to do that shit either. And I apologize if I did out of frustration.
I don't know. And then another thing too is we got that it might be this too, man. We all got the debater bug in us because we got the debates coming up. So it might just be why we fired up like that, pro boss. You know, it's debate night in a couple of days. We might just be on edge.
I can dig it, brother. I can dig it. I know Kareem. I listened to this man talk for a long time, and I know his potential has not been exceeded. He got not saying that he ain't did shit, but he can make some shit shake. And I'm just trying to offer up a different approach and a different perspective on top of what he already has obtained.
I can dig it. Where MVP at, y'all? We need to get MVP on this debate, man. I swear to God, MVP needs to debate somebody.
Yeah, I don't know how this social media discussion got us into blaming the white man. I know I stepped out for a little second, but I don't really get it. It seems like that's kind of every topic it gets spun into. Oh, we got to stop blaming the white man, but I don't even hear nobody blaming no white man. So I'm not really sure if you're just projecting something on us or what. But it's not really a debate. If we can't stay in a pocket and we just start ranting and losing focus, we can't really like stay in a pocket to debate, bro.
Right, right. It went. I think it went that way, Black, because we was talking about like, okay, like the social media. Is it our, but is it us using the social? I think Free brought up that point. Is it us using it, how we using it, or is it the social media itself? And then I think I added my perspective saying it's both, but on the flip side, what was it designed to do? And I think that question kind of took us in that direction.
Sure,
Possibly, maybe.
sure. Everything comes with its good and bad. It's just about finding your niche and making it work for you. It's just unfortunate some people's niche is that trolling shit and that drama shit. But if you came to the internet with a mission, like you already had a goal in mind, you can just use the internet as your tool. I mean, when I look at social media, I more so think about the internet, not just social media, because I got the chance to experience the internet before social media. Um, I had the AOL dial up, and then came the AOL Instant Messenger, then came the MySpace, then came the Facebook. So I saw all of that, and I knew it wasn't really necessarily real, but there's some of these kids that's growing up right into it and don't know, and basing their whole life off it. If you got a goal and a mission, and you just use social media to kind of catapult you further, you're gonna win. If you're looking to social media to get all your answers and all your direction and all your growth, it can be it can turn depressing, because like you said, you're not always getting them likes and them followers. It's not always going to come the same way, so it can get dark.
That's a fact, Dave. And you know what? Like the sister Gunn alluded to earlier, it comes. It's a great awakening when you start to reach the level of true progression. So yeah, the youth are very important because they are our future. But us as older people are just as important because if somebody has potential to progress change, but they don't fully understand whether it be their own personal position, passion, or whatever the case may be, you know, people, we got to help each other. So if we help somebody who understands but really hasn't fully matured into the progression and fully awakened into the whole bigger picture of it, You know what I'm saying? We can't beat that person down for his personal views. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm trying to say to my brother Kareem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to change your mind, but I know you can change the world.
Well said, pro boss. Well said. And we are a part of that change. We all are. I hate when people kind of say, I don't like to use, my grandma told me don't use the word hate. I dislike when people say, oh, we can't do nothing. We can't do this. We can't do that. And then on the flip side, see all of the influence we have in sports, media, culture, style. Like, we are the change. You feel me? So if we just kind of understand that and we know our worth, we'll start to move correctly.
And that's the space right there, Black. When the brother kept saying we already know what the deal is, I just think we don't. Like what you just said. Like if we really knew like if we really knew our ways, bro, we don't. Like we be like the furthest we got is like we used to be kings and queens, and that shit is just something we start really pushing in the last 10 years. Like we really don't know. The average person don't got a clue what the fuck our people been through. All they got is the roots version. We don't really fucking know, and I think that's what it boils down to. Once you understand who the fuck you are and what you up against, it changes how you feel about everything. But we so consumed with this perspective of everything is just going how it should be going. It shouldn't be going like this. A lot of we talk about kids putting choppers on social media. Why the fuck is a 14-year-old allowed to put an AR on social media? How about that part? Fuck the bullshit. Okay, they doing it for whatever reason. Why is it allowed? Certain
First
shit, like
Amendment
why?
right, freedom of expression.
No, there is no freedom of expression with doing something with my minor. My 14-year-old child. It should they get this is 2023. You mean to tell me they can't put a sensor on there when a gun, a firearm come up, they flag that bitch and get right to it? Of course they could.
Yeah, they
What?
could, but why they don't?
That's the $1 million question. The same reason why you could turn on World Star and watch black people beat the fuck out of each other in street fights every day. There's a thing and we can't ignore it. Yeah, we got a part in it, but
But
why
they
are we
don't.
even
But they
interested in these
also
things?
don't. They don't censor militias when they have their rhetoric on social media as well. You do have rights, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and as long as it don't go into a certain bound where you will make those expressions be a deterrent or a physical harm to somebody, you can say those guns were props. They weren't even actual guns, or they were actually toys or makeshift toys. Like I'm not doing this. The bottom line is 500 years of being over here. Whether you want to say they migrated with the transatlantic slave trade, or we was already here. We've been the white man's number one
Shut
adversary
up.
to be
Shut
aggressive.
up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, bro.
See,
Shut up, bro. I'm
see
tired
that?
of hearing you
See
go in
that?
that same pocket, bro. Because we're not talking
See
about that,
that?
bro.
Yeah,
Shut up.
you want to
Stop
say shut up.
yapping, bro.
See that?
Yes.
It's
Shut
good.
up.
It's
Yes.
good.
See that. Hear that. Me that. Stop playing, bro.
You
Not a
stop
kid no
playing.
more. Stop playing.
You stop
Stop
playing.
playing. We talking about a space to be in where we can understand our worth. You talking about 500 years. Shut up, bro.
And you still
You're bringing us backwards. That's exactly what you're doing. You just can't even get to a space where we can start learning. Like, you just want to shoot it down. Fuck out of here. I ain't kick you. I did not. Don't kick him. Don't kick him. Please don't kick him. You hear my background. I'm not even in a space to kick nobody. Nigga. I'm fucking Little Caesars right now. But yes, why is it that the kids want to upload the glizzy to the blicky to the IG story? Why is it that they want to tap into this culture, which is clearly dangerous, clearly divisive, clearly
That's the space. That's the space right there, Black. That's the space right there. I'm not saying it ain't happening. I'm not saying we don't got fault in it. I'm saying why is it there in the first place? How does that get like that? And how is it that if I right now, if I go on if I go on my story right now and upload a gun with me holding it and don't say nothing to nobody, within the hours or by the morning, the police gonna come to my house. I ain't gotta say nothing to threaten nobody. That means they got a way to find out. So my question is, in the event that my 13-year-old is reckless as hell on these social medias uploading weapons on their own account, how is it something not put in place for the safety of our children? That is nothing about your rights. This is a child. They got censors in there to say if you doing something bad to a child, it immediately will flag the video, allegedly. What's the difference? The difference is because you got people who from Chicago who can testify to this, how they can go on the train tracks and find crates with guns in them. Now, who left the fucking crates with the guns on the train tracks? Why are they there? Now
All
you're
right,
gonna
let's stay.
say, well,
All right,
the
all right,
kids
got
had
you,
to pick them
General.
up and use them.
Oh, all
The,
right, right there. Let's stay right there. Like I said with the crack effect, just because I put it there, do you have to use it on your own people? Or do I know systematically if I give you this, you'll kill yourself and I won't have to do a thing? The Ku Klux
so
Klan
think
has been
about what
going
you
for a
just
long
said.
time.
Think about what you just said.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hold on,
already know
hold
what I
on. I'm
said.
finna answer your question. I'm finna answer your
Go
question.
ahead.
Think about what you just said.
I'm muting up.
Nobody's gonna leave a fucking crate of firearms on a train tracks unless they know what's gonna happen with them. Nobody's gonna put crack in a neighborhood unless they know what's gonna happen. So that means they knew something about us, the people who have been mistreating us and studying us for, as you said, 500 years. They understood something about us through their experimentations that allowed them to even do this. Why are we not dealing with that part? You're going to deal with the victims who got targeted by a system instead of dealing with the system that targeted them. I don't agree with that.
And here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. They can put a new drug right now in the community where I live or in where you live. There'll be those that'll be like, yo, I can make money off this at their own people expense. And there'll be people like myself, like, I won't even touch that. So now they already systematically know that if we put this in your community, you yourself, and that's the scary part. There has to be things, analytics. White people go off of analytics, we go off of probabilities. If I put 100 guns in your community when you beefing with the Bloods and you with the Crips, I know a good percentage of y'all will kill each other off. You'll kill him, and I can put you in jail, and we make money in private prisons over the land off of all that. I win,
Okay,
both of
stop
y'all
right there.
lose.
Like you told me a minute ago. Like you told me a minute ago, stop right there. Now, let's
Mm-hmm.
use your example. The Bloods
Mm-hmm.
and the Crips. Now, first of all, the Bloods and the Crips both started as protection
Don't give me what
programs
they
for the
started as.
neighborhoods.
I
They
don't
was,
want to hear that.
hold
I don't
on,
want to hear that.
hold
Let him
I don't want to hear
on,
talk.
that.
bro.
Let him
You're not
talk,
gonna
bro. He
cut me
not
off. I
doing
ain't cut
that.
you
Let
off.
him talk. Let him talk. Let
They
him
both
talk.
started as protection in the neighborhood. Now, when we was having this conversation the other day, and it got to you, and you answered and said why, you said the drugs. They're fighting over the drugs and the money and all that shit. So now let's go to your example. Once again, we're going to use your words. The only way you can get people to fight over drugs for money is if they're impoverished. According to you, black people don't own any communities. So if you have been systematically impoverished and someone puts a way to make money in front of you, you're gonna fucking take it. It's called law of nature, survival. So this is a scientific experiment that was done on our people. This wasn't no we just stupid and fell for it. They systematically broke us, and then they put in one little way to get money, crack cocaine, and the government admitting to doing it and targeting the people. Do you think the government would have ran an operation for $1 trillion that they thought wouldn't work? So if we at the mercy of somebody who is targeting us during war with technological advancements, how the hell you gonna say you don't care about the people being targeted? That's not blaming the white man. We getting our ass whooped by the white man. I think we got the right to talk about it. Our people kill over because they ain't got shit, not because they stupid. So how we get to the point when they ain't have shit? And we never double back on what Pro Ball said, which was now that we've identified that something's being done to us, what do we do about it?
which is a great perspective. Um, Necessarily, we're part of the problem, right? So we would have to then remove ourselves from these apps, start communicating with each other in our neighborhoods. You know, we don't know our neighbors anymore. We don't know how the people in our community look anymore because we're engaged in social media. I think that will help it more. We can just start to speak to each other, speak about what we need, what we want, get together, and move like that.
See, now I'm with that. Now as the Panthers, we do that once a week, and you get a great response from your people. Uh, we hit a different neighborhood in our community once every week. For us, it's on Sundays, and we just walk, kick it with the people, see what they got going on, talk. And the people stop them. They want to take pictures. They want to ask questions. We hand out business cards, and it gets you acquainted. Then you kick it with the kids. The kids be really who rock with you the hardest because they just curious. So it's like that community outreach, so to speak, is beneficial as hell because it you'd be surprised how many people actually use them cards you give them almost immediately. The
And it
best way
makes
to
it
get
that much different. It makes it, my fault, John, I'm about to say, it makes it that much more impactful when you could actually see somebody shake their hand opposed to just seeing their Instagram or Facebook and then doing business with them.
and that's what they be saying. They always be like, we didn't even know y'all was real, or we didn't know y'all was still here. But the best way to get your community out is feed them. Throw a barbecue,
General,
bro, and invite the
General,
community and watch and see what happens. Go, yes, yeah.
you still believe in it? Do you believe or don't believe in the Willie Lynch letter when it comes to us?
Um,
Do the Willie Lynch letter? Y'all want to talk about topics? Do
I
the
was
Willie Lynch letter resonate in 2023 with us as a people?
is I know what you're talking about. It was Willie Lynch was a fraud, but I get what you're saying. I think I think it's the same thing we talking about. They had a plan, they made predictions, and you could see the prediction
Man,
coming to fruition.
we not even a full man on the Constitution, so we was fucked in America's consumption.
So, hold on, stop right there. So, anything that happens to us, quote unquote, us, after that, can you blame them for it?
Yes, because we was fucked from consumption. We're not even a full man. Come on,
For
bro.
500
From day one.
General, you're a smart man, General. You're a smart man, and I respect your opinion. Due diligently, misinformation will log on, subscribe to your joint. I respect your word, but you cannot tell me at some point we got all this knowledge. You got the House of Consciousness, all these other brothers speaking the knowledge of ourselves. The black man is God, the black woman is God, all that other rhetoric. Where do we learn? We know the adversary. We know him. General, come on,
Okay,
bro.
okay. So let's do this. I got you. I got you, Kareem. Let's do this. This is what I'm saying right here, guy. I said this before, and I was throwing this to you. It's the terminology that's creating the friction. You're saying blame the white man. That statement is being taken out of context. What we're not doing, we're not blaming the white man. What we're doing is what you must do in all fucking problems. The first thing you must do is identify the source of the problem. That's step number one in any problem solving. Identify the source of the problem. So you're saying we know this, but what I'm saying is we know this in pockets. I agree. Pockets of us know that, but we don't have a united front. So as long as we don't have a united front, we gotta always keep teaching everybody else what we know. The lesson don't stop because we know it. How many other people still don't get it? We got generations coming up behind us, don't got a clue about none of this shit we studying and don't care. This is not during the age of information, we got a generation that don't give a fuck about information. You got to think about that. So we working from behind. So when you hear these arguments, it's not blaming the white guy, it's bringing our people up to speed on the white guy. That's the difference.
Most times when you turn on your TV or your computer or your laptop, uh, it happens more prevalent than not. You can see police brutality. I come from the Rodney King era and various others that preceded him on VHS. Now, smartphones are is the order of the day, and everybody's a reporter. There's George Floyd, there's Tamir Rice, there's many others. There's Kiana Gaines, there's other people. We keep seeing this happen from these same people that don't look like us. And at some point, when do we stop blaming them and we start blaming ourselves? We know where they're coming from, police brutality. We know where that's coming from. Job economics. We're the last to get picked for the job. We see qualified individuals, black men and women. They can't. The thing I'm saying is, I don't. I talk to other people just for the understanding. So they must be subliminally white, or we just somehow don't get it. And I know what people going to say in the room, and I don't care about none of that. I stand where Kareem stand at. Ain't nothing that none of y'all can say that's going to make me feel bad about your opinion because I respect it. I'm just saying one thing and one thing to stick right here. Stop blaming the white man for our current position. Because when you look in the mirror, you got to hold our self accountability. Pro boss, you said to me, he talk all this, that, and the third, but he don't have self accountability. I will hold myself to my own regards. But as
Okay,
a
so let me
people,
ask you
we
this.
gotta hold ourselves at. We know the
Let
white
me
man's oppressing us. We know the obstacles in the way. So all right, we know all these things. When do we go into the demographic about the people that do know or don't have no knowledge of? You say we bringing them up to speed. He ain't changed
Okay,
his
so
game. So
let me ask you
let
this
me
though.
ask you this though. Right here.
So
Go ahead.
I had to go speak to some youth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these was the some of these brothers that was stealing cars and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like they've been running car theft rings out here in the Midwest like crazy. I don't know about out there where y'all at, but in the Midwest,
Over the Kings
these
over here in
youngsters been getting
Jersey,
together.
they made a whole movie about it, New Jersey Drive. You
Yeah, I
tried
know
to
they
break
used
it,
to do it,
you
but
couldn't
I'm just
do it.
saying nowadays it's catching up over here. So what I'm saying is you sit down and talk to these youngsters. Now, these youngsters run around stealing cars. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you understand because you got a family and a household, maybe a car note, or maybe you paid for yours, but you know, excuse me, the value of a vehicle. So you steal somebody's car, you might make them lose their job. You could really fuck somebody's life up by stealing their car.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, do we say to these young kids when I sit amongst them and I'm talking to them as a Black
Mm-hmm.
Panther, and then I'm talking to the gang members and we talking about
Mm-hmm.
murders and stuff, and they're
Mm-hmm.
giving me their perspective on why they ain't got no problem killing people, and then one of them asked me, so when did all of this start? And I said, all of what? He like, well, because I had told them I used to be in a gang. They said, well, you
Mm-hmm.
used to be in a gang, and they want to know, well, when did all the gang stuff start just with Black people in general? And
Mm-hmm.
so what I'm saying is we got generations of kids who don't have a clue about none of this shit me or you talking about, Kareem. When I
So
sit down and talk, so
who
hold on
problem
for
is
a
that?
second, bro. Hold on for a second. When I sit down and talk to them, and
Mute up too, Kareem.
I've told all the normal shit. You know, y'all can't be doing this. You got to hold yourself accountable. You know, you can make your own decisions. Bro, they hear that shit from every fucking body they ever talk to. What they really want to know is stop bullshitting us and tell us what's really going on. That's what's wrong with the kids. Nobody
Show
want to
me a
talk
better
to
way
them.
right fucking now.
Nobody want to talk to them. Everybody want to bullshit them and get them to some story about how it's their fault. No, it's not their fucking fault they out here stealing cars. It's their fault when they get in the car and take it. But they're not the reason that stealing cars means something to them. And that's what we are scared to deal with as
And let,
people, because those is uncomfortable spots. My fault, God. Go ahead.
let me double down on what you just said. And this is a real life situation. If anybody can remember, I said this shit last week. Everybody know my wife got a Hyundai. That shit was stolen about 2, 3 weeks ago. Blah, blah, blah. We got the car back. A week after a couple days after we got the car back, the same little niggas is up and down my street because I live in the city, residential neighborhood, but it's in the city. Up and down the street with 2, 3 more Kias and Hondas. Couple of them come walking past me and look at me. I said, "What's up, little homies? How y'all doing?" Spoke to them first. I said, "Man, y'all doing y'all thing. Hey, be careful. But listen, bro, don't steal my wife's car no more, man. Y'all really put us in a bind, man." And the little nigga looked at me and gave me a little smirk, but he heard me. And that's what the fuck I mean by, yeah, Kareem, them niggas is out there and they brainwashed and they already on their path. But I might have changed one of them niggas' lives in that instance off a negative that they did to me. I ain't just gonna be mad and kick them to the fucking curb. That's caring. That's progression.
Now that the other circumstances that you dealt with, I'm gonna be respectful and not really comment too much on that because I would not want to be a part of that, and I'm glad that it is in your favor. But by him giving you a smirk, that was a sign of disrespect, not no respectful essence. Like all right, I hear you, Nick, old head, because you're an old head to him. Your words don't really mean nothing. I'm gonna still go out there and steal somebody else's car. It's just
Quite
fucked up that
possible.
you
Quite
that you
possible.
got the
But you know
drop on
what?
me.
Every time that little nigga see me, he gonna give me the same respect I gave him in that fucking moment. You can best believe that, because I demand the respect that I give.
Correct, and I respect that. But when he gave you the smirk, you cannot tell me that was a turn of respect. That
It
was
don't
like
matter because
fire on
he
it.
didn't
I
come
hear you,
he
but
wasn't
what was
vocal,
you talking about?
disrespectful. He might have gave me the smirk like, damn, that nigga know we did that. I don't know what the smirk was about. Yeah, it could be interpreted as disrespect, but you know what? I looked that young man in his eyes, bro. And that's not to say that he won't try to steal my wife car again. But I made that initial rapport. And the next time I see him, I'm gonna talk to him again. I ain't gonna never give up on that little nigga. I ain't gonna go out there and hurt that little nigga because he fucked up my life for 2 weeks either. I ain't gonna say
I
fuck that
respect
little
that.
black young nigga
And
because that
guess
little black
what?
young nigga could have been me.
I
And he
respect
gonna
that.
Mute
remember
up,
that too.
Kareem. Mute the fuck up,
He
Kareem.
gonna remember that too.
You
So
never
I was
know
just
if
about to
you
say,
could have
bro, he gonna
permanently
remember you.
changed.
You changed that boy life, and he gonna remember you. He may not see it today, but he gonna see that shit. He gonna remember you, bro.
And that's what I
Yeah, I
mean.
was
And I
gonna
got
say.
that from you, Dave, because sometimes I say, the statements I say might seem defeated and all of that, but I'm definitely not defeated. And I'm never going to give up on the youth because I know what it was like to be one of them youths. I had cousins that had situations worse than me. My shit wasn't that bad, but shit is Baltimore City. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never going to give up on us, bro. I care about all of us, even the ones that don't want me to care about them.
I
That's a
respect
fact,
that, bro.
bro. And I hear it.
I
Hold
respect
up,
that.
bro.
Salute to you.
And I hear it in the way you speak, bro. And I can tell you ain't nothing about you defeated, bro. Every time you speak, man, you give inspiration. Real talk, bro. Salute to you for that.
Salute, bro. I just want to build with y'all, man. I'm telling you, this shit is, man, I'm 46 years old, bro. This shit is rare. This the first time I've been in a space with somebody that I just met random and never even seen, but got so much respect for different people. Like, I feel like I know y'all. Y'all my family, bro. We can do
Hey,
some
that's
things
super
over
true
here,
though.
man.
That's super true though, because it's like when you come in the room, it's like, oh, you rocking with the fam, bro. It ain't like I'm just finna go on Clubhouse. I don't be looking at it like that. I literally be like, I'm finna go see what the fam on. That's literally what I say to myself. You know what I mean? So it don't be like, I don't know. I could probably guess who finna be in the room without even. So that's like going on your spinning the block and knowing who finna be outside. You finna pull up and just vibe. So it's like it'd be cool, man. Which is probably finna get my ass in trouble because I'm supposed to be watching TV with my wife. So I think I'm finna get my ass out here before she beat me up.
Everything in moderation, bro. You gotta take care of home. I told my wife, you live here, I work here. On my TI shit.
Respectfully, respectfully, we're having a conversation. Some opinions will be deferred, some opinions are resonated with. But when you get into the slander of things and you look in the chat, I'm not egotistical, I'm not self-centered. I'm just giving my opinion towards the topic.
And,
See, we
and
talk
and if I
about all this, the
personalize that,
white man,
Kareem,
this,
I had to
that,
cut you off. I apologize. If I personalize that, I did apologize. And if you ain't hear me, I apologize if I
nah,
personalized it to you. But what I was saying is the perspective you was coming from, that's what it was given. But I'm not trying to insult you,
I'm
and I'm not trying
coming from a
to be
perspective
confrontational.
that I believe. I come from no, I'm not trying to be competition with nobody because we can learn, we can find stuff like, he ain't talking that, whatever. It's all good because there's a problem and we're all trying to find a
You're in the
solution to
Matrix.
said problem. Now, how we get there, the first, my opinion may work. There it is.
Yeah, you a little choppy, Kareem. You a little choppy, bro.
All I'm saying is there's a problem in our communities. From the East Coast to West Coast, down South, North, Midwest, whatever may have you, in our communities. And those that have a good heart. And that I wouldn't be a part of this group if I didn't believe that there was a good heart to change the narrative. But there's a line that we know that some
You in the
don't
Matrix.
rock with when it comes to
Bro,
me.
this shit fucking up the audio.
I
It's a
believe in the
fucked up
have and
ass
have
mic,
not.
man. Like, get your mic right or don't even come off your mic, bro. Tired of this shit, bro. Shit
Hey,
fucking up
Hey, yo, son, I'm
this
tired of you
beautiful
with
sound
your
we got.
bullshit.
Fuck
you
you
can't
then. If you
you can't
tired of me
argue
then.
can't
Fuck you
argue with
then if you
me.
tired of me. Period.
Hey Tiff, just trying to see if Tiff got that rumble, y'all. You know what I'm
I
saying? We
work
on
too
that.
hard for this
Who,
shit, for this
me?
nigga to come up here and put some bullshit ass audio and disrespect me, nigga. I work too hard for this shit, bro. You out your mind. You just sit up here and just stay off your mic and just say whatever the fuck you want to say. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I think Tiff got her rumble, bro. She was one of the first ones, if I'm mistaken.
Hold on, what's really going on real quick?
Now we talking about rumble. You got rumble already, don't you, Tiff?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah,
to hear your
yeah, I
voice,
got
Tiff. It's
Rumble.
been a little minute. Your
Yeah,
voice
Oh,
yeah.
sound
You one of
yeah.
the
nice. I'm
first
happy to hear
ones.
your voice, mama.
I got my voice back. I can't say the tongue back, but I got my voice back.
Oh,
I've been listening to
this
y'all.
sound like Scat Pack. What's happening?
Scat back.
Ain't nothing, just listening to y'all. I'm just listening to y'all. I was over here thinking about the crayon theory this whole damn time, and I don't even want to talk about it because I can go down a deep ass rabbit hole. So before I even present
You in the
that to the
you in the
stage
correct.
about the crayon
You
theory,
in the correct.
I'd rather keep getting my words straight.
You was in the
Huh?
Kareem at the end, but we heard the rabbit hole and all that. We heard that part.
Oh yeah, the crayon theory.
What's that?
That's that's the crayons in the crayon box. That theory. I don't know. I just came up with it real quick. And it's not. Is my mic okay?
Yeah, you good now.
I hope so. Okay, it's not. I mean, I've been listening to these two colors, black and white, right? So I thought about the crayon box, right? I was like, what's up with the black and white thing? I was like, you know what? That ain't even what the problem is. The crayon in the box that's really causing the divide is the green crayon, right? So I start thinking about what
Uh,
happens when you mix.
break that part down for me. You
uh,
say break the divide part.
Okay, okay. So check me out, right? Let's go back to art class right quick, right? And I was just stuck in my own head, my own thoughts. All right, when you mix green and white together, what do you get? You get a lighter shade of green. Which in my head, I start thinking like the money becomes easier for that white crayon, right? But what happens when, because they found that right green crayon? We're left with all the funny looking green crayons. So I think that in relation to what I'm saying is that funny money, that dirty green, that dirty money. And that's what us brown crayons and black crayons and tan crayons are left with. When you mix the dirty green with the brown crayon or black crayon, it has the color of shit, right? Holla at me real quick. Just follow me. What happens to us once we start mixing with those funny greens? They start taking us out that box, that crayon box, because we're no good. In correlation to real life, that would be the jails, the graveyards, and anywhere else negative that down the toilet. Basically, our life. That's where I guess that's where that saying you ruined your life. I guess because in my head, and I'm starting to figure out, we start mixing all them funny greens in with the brown color, which doesn't make our color beautiful. I just randomly thought just now when Free said my name, I literally was like, but what if we take the white crayon and mix it with that brown crayon and our color gets lighter, which basically is our life is more easier. The only way the green works for the white is when they mix it together, it becomes a lighter green. The only way we can get to fuck with the green or the real green crayon is we gotta mix with the white crayon. And I don't know, but I was stuck in that thought for like a couple of hours now. Does it make any sense to anybody?
I'm
But
following you for real. I
Damn,
am.
that's kind of genius.
Ain't it?
yeah,
Am I
and
tripping?
so
Am I
She
tripping?
cooking.
and so what we're left with, okay, so then I broke it down, and you know them multi-pack of crayons, right? You know how we got them little white sleeves, right? With all holding all the crayons, and there's about what the mega packs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. First day of school crayon pack type shit. And what does it have more of? Different color crayons. The off green, the off colors. The only color that makes anything easier is white, right? But white is the only thing that mixes and gets money easier. That green color. And it don't go nowhere until they start mixing it in with them brown crayons and them. Even when they get the funny crayons, you mix it with white and it still come out decent. It's just a bigger thought than just black and white. You understand me? And
That's a
and
fact.
maybe if we end up, if we should work together with that white crayon, no matter what color, whatnot. We need to integrate with them because they have that light, they have access to that light green crayon or the ability to. So sometimes one hand has to wash the other, and we got to stop being against each other because it's more of off colored crayons and that funny green crayons. It's only one white crayon in the box.
I
I
like
don't
that,
know.
Tiff. I like that a lot.
So that's
I
what I've
like
been
that a lot.
thinking
We gotta work
about for the
together.
past 3 hours.
Salute, salute. Scat pack back in the motherfucking house. I appreciate that. That was dope.
Yeah, I got stuck on the crayons because I was like, what can benefit the brown folks? The black, even when you mix white and black together, it comes out gray. But the more white you put on it, more that stigma of that color goes away. I don't know. It's just I don't know. When I say I got some milk in my coffee, I really do, and it just made me look at the concept of that divide a little bit different. It ain't about us; it's about the money. Y'all keep saying this motherfucker is ran off a corporation. What happens when that white crayon find the real green crayon in the box? They hold on to it and they don't let it go because it's pretty. I ain't got nothing else to say on that. That was it.
Tiff, are you high?
No, I just look. My brain had to rewire, and I think it rewired some common sense a little bit up in there.
Good luck.
Hallelujah. Hey yo,
What it do?
Hi.
hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Ay, caramba.
Hold on, why ain't talking to me, Miss Sandra? That's fucked up. Hola, mon cher. ¿Cómo está?
He said, "How are you doing, fat boy?"
That nigga Goony's a real hater for real, for real. That's nasty work, boy.
He's all love, my boy.
Young, you ain't around here hating, is you?
Come on, man. Why I look like him? Come on now.
Y'all, I did something funny earlier today, but I'm gonna wait for the late night show.
Oh Lord, there it is.
Uh, I mean, I might not be up for the late night show, but you can tell me in my back channel. No, because you're gonna get mad.
Don't tell me he one of them.
Oh, tell us, tell us.
Smalls.
Somebody done backdoored him, huh?
Wow.
And I still gotta find the right words because I just realized my ex is following me on here.
Wow. You got motherfuckers stalking?
It's nasty work.
Damn, Springfield, you stalking this shit, man?
Wow.
That's nasty work, Smalls.
I've already opened my vein today. Come on, Sindel, let it flow. You like that, Trey? Come on now. I feel better. I feel so much better. It'll help you. Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I had to switch to my headphones. Okay, so today I thought I'd try something a little left field during a date. My birthday's in a few hours, so I was like, why not be spontaneous? Um, I had a remote control that controls toys, and it was a fun date.
Oh, she done got that rose.
Oh my
She
God.
got that rose.
The downside to all of it was I did not wear it properly, so it didn't go well.
What you mean you didn't wear it
That
properly?
sound like a fun date right there. That definitely sound like a fun
PTR.
date.
Sound like she got that super soaker.
PTR.
Yeah, the remote control the toy.
You made
It
a mess.
was so
The panties.
funny.
You made a mess.
No, I made sure I covered those bases. It's just the insert was very incorrect. I thought I had it on wrong, and really I had it. The big part was in the small part, and the small part was in the big part. So I did it wrong.
All right,
Damn.
girl.
You
Goddamn
done
freak.
stretched yourself out.
As long as they
Caramba.
found their way to the center, it shouldn't have been a problem. Have mercy.
Goddamn freak.
After I fixed
Yeah,
that problem, everything turned out fine.
What the
it
If
fuck
might
you
be
got that
time
happened?
to
What
snap,
change the
I
title.
missed?
if you
It
got that
might be
What
snapback,
time to
you ain't
happened?
got to
change the
worry about
title.
it.
Yeah, 50 is it's up there. Yeah, 50. It's
What
now their
happened?
dream.
What the hell?
I don't know, man.
Damn, I missed it.
Look, it had remote control. It had a remote control.
A remote control.
He must
Man,
have that
say
shit on
less.
rabbit speed.
Happy birthday, Sindel.
The panties with the thing inside. He had the man controlling it.
Yes and no. It was so funny because while I was fixing it, I was in the restroom laughing, and people were coming in like, "Are you okay? Do you need help? Should we call the cops?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are the cops gonna do for me? I'm okay."
And
Oh, hold on, wait, wait, wait.
when is laughing a reason to call a cop? Like I'm
Hold on,
confused.
when you had the butt plug in there?
Oh,
No,
nasty.
Springfield.
Oh, alright.
Google what it is.
Damn, you one of those?
Not one of those. What a what?
It's the quiet nerds. Y'all think I'd be joking? It's always the quiet,
They,
observant
they
nerds,
don't be they don't be listening. They don't be listening.
and they don't
Oh
at
shit, I
all.
do.
Okay, question. Since we're opening up this rabbit hole,
Seem more bigger than a rabbit hole to me.
Funny because my name is Bunny, so
oh wait.
But what you about to say, Miss Lynn?
Okay, so how do you guys feel about your girl if she has toys, and would you put them in your rituals?
damn good question.
Me and my girl,
Rituals.
shit, me and my girl go to the sex store. Me and my wife go to the sex store together. And yeah, we use them. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, because I'm
Hey
looking
man,
at.
Girl don't need no
that
toys.
rose gonna take your girl. You better not never go take her with that. Your ass done.
You
She don't
can't
need
think
you no
like
more.
that. Think of it as your
Oh,
teammate.
man.
And that's not true, because that's not true because
Not until you looking at that's on that side table, though.
I have one, and it's no. I When you first get it, okay, because it's like, oh my god, it's a soul stiller. But then, like I say, it's definitely not the same. So yeah, but yeah, I asked the question because
Can I ask you though? Can I ask you a question though, Miss Lynn? Which one you
sure.
prefer? Which one gets you to the place the quickest, and you can get the fuck on out the way?
Well, the rose, but I don't like. That's just it. I like the slow. I like the lead up to. I like the knowing. Oh my gosh! But with that, it's like okay. It's like no, I don't know. It's too soon. I like the anticipation of knowing. So yeah, no, I prefer definitely the human. The reason I asked the question